Good evening, gentle ghouls. Now, welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, Savannah by Night, where we play World of Darkness and do terrible things and traumas, and then we play the game. However, as dark and brooding as it could be at times and filled with all kinds of potentially traumatic themes, I have discussed with my players numerous occasions that if at any time they are uncomfortable, that has gone beyond what has been discussed, they can very abruptly ask to fast forward through the scene, alter it entirely, or we discuss other ways of handling it. The point is, everyone's meant to be having fun, and darkness is not meant to be the game as much as highlights of it, ironically. But if you watching at home at any point feel like you need to take a break or it's not for you, we understand. It's a bit of an acquired taste. However, if you want to keep up with our games, be it Vampire, Dungeons and Dragons, or most recently Star Wars, we have all those on the channel, so if you want to check the Discord, our socials, and keep up to date with those, we'd love to keep having you around. Does anybody here have any announcements they want to share? Any links they want to plug?
Actually, I want to give a little teaser for next month.
Yeah.
I will be guesting on Top Down Tabletop, I think October 13th and 20th for this year's installment of their annual Kids on Bikes game. Come see me play a teen in 1995.
Such a good game.
We can shout out them in chat if possible.
Yes.
Any other announcements? Shameless self-promotion? No, we're all good. Nothing. Wish I had something to promote now, other than, well, hopefully we can promote Cora to someone who drove and didn't crash. Be nice to have one of those.
You've seen me do it.
I've seen you do the other thing too. I've also seen you
there
play
is
Fortnite.
Unfortunately precedent for both ends.
Wait, Cora has canonically played Fortnite as a vampire, ?
No, I've seen Iskra play Fortnite, and the tracking is 50-50.
You know what? I'm pretty fantastic. You don't even know.
Let's find
The
out for
half of
science, shall we?
Yeah, right? I was about to eat my words.
Well, without further ado, let's play a vampire story. Last time on Savannah by Night. The anticipation leading up to Tabby's race was for naught, as she failed to make anything beyond a highly visible spin-out in front of the crowd. Despite the nonplussed reaction from Lila, this fairy goblin mother managed to pull their situation out of the, well, near fire. The race had been a provocative promise of pink slips that went unfulfilled as they simply got the wannabe Chad alone, nibbled on his ear, and drove off with his car while he was left face down, ass up in the dirt. Artem, Poppy, and Chris became the center of a sexy little vortex as they threw ass on the dance floor. After a while, they took a break and saw some of the other festivities. A posing and preening fitness model, a toreador named Bobby, ensnared both Poppy and Artem into a series of photos for her own social media purposes. The statuesque redhead then obliged into helping them find Titus, the demiurge at the center of this vehicular vortex. There, Poppy gave him some ideas for a design, while he gave some raw materials to consider. Kate quite literally ran into Belle and broke the Malkavian's phone in the process. The distress and frustration of the moment caused the young woman to temporarily lose the ability to communicate coherently. However, she was able to begin typing cogent messages on Kate's phone. Kate, thinking quickly, had an as-of-yet unused burner phone, to give her in the meantime. With numbers swapped, telephonic promises made, they parted ways for the time being. But that wasn't Kate's only meeting that night. The whip of Clan Ventru, Elizabeth Redgrave, found her and took her aside. It was, it seems, a much-needed orientation and calibration, a sense of how and where to get started. However, it was also a reminder that should Kate fail to find her own place within the greater machinery, one would be assigned to her. We picked back up with Cora, that had been familiarizing herself with what is effectively a road-legal go-kart. Stripped down to a chassis, a bucket seat, a roll cage, and the lifetime vehicular experience of one pale blonde Malkavian. So Cora, what are you thinking in this moment? How are you feeling?
Some excitement. Wanting to make sure that she's prepared. Is Titus around?
He's wandering back in as he's seeing off people that you don't realize are part of your group.
Yeah,
So-
I was pretty glued to this vehicle, so I wouldn't have noticed.
Thankfully, you were in a different garage, so you're locked in to the moment syndrome isn't the worst thing. You're understanding the slightly, you're not alien, but how do I put this? I've lost the word, doesn't matter. Gauges and dials that you wouldn't see on a commercial vehicle, but you only see in something that's either professional or bespoke.
Right.
They are all the ones that you would expect, just arranged differently, prioritized differently. Maybe not in a way that you exactly would want, but clearly it's the way that Titus would prefer for himself. Maybe the setup that he had on one of his old cars when he still used to race.
As he walks back in, I'm going to call out to him. So is it a time trial or head-to-head?
Head-to-head.
All right.
Have you
How
ever
many
done that
laps?
Well, I was thinking we're going to be doing one full circuit.
One full circuit. In a car I've never driven, on a track I've never been on. Good odds.
Well, he's also a little shit, so maybe his car and his experience doesn't really matter.
And to answer your question, yes, wasn't usual, but head-to-head is something I've done.
Mm-hmm. Now, you did mention racing on cobbles.
My most recent adventure, yes.
How did that go in the end?
I think I made out pretty well.
So the car you were driving was in one piece? Or were you playing bumper cars to the finish line?
No, somehow the other driver managed to play a lot of bumper cars with just himself on the road, but
Well, that's reassuring. Well, shall we get you out front and center?
if it's time, it's time. I'm ready.
It's time when I say it's time. They'll pay
course.
attention. So, Iskra, is Cora ready?
I think that her joking but direct statement about the single lap in a car she doesn't know
Mhm.
on a track she's never driven is she's going to have to approach this less tactically than
Mhm.
she otherwise would. And I hope that her skills will be able to pull her through rather than any good understanding of the vehicle she's driving or the course that she needs to take.
Mm.
So she's planning on starting out trying to go ahead and give this vehicle everything it's got.
You're going to get your first taste of that. The sort of red metallic riser set that it's on. It's only about a foot off the ground, ultimately. He's going to not stand in front of it because he doesn't necessarily trust you that much yet. He'd rather trust you with the very expensive car rather than his life. So he will urge you to rev the engine to life.
Happily.
And in that small little engine bay, you sound as though you are in the belly of a beast as you are both at the epicenter of the engine and all its echoes hitting the walls immediately. If you've ever heard how Christopher Nolan's movies are scored, when they describe how bullets are foleyed in, they put dozens of microphones at the firing point, 5 feet, 10 feet, 30, 50, 100, to get the entire range of what it sounds like. They sync it up, line it up, so all that sound, all its textures happening at once. So every time there is a single bullet fired, you're hearing the entire range, and that happens with every round. You are hearing that with an engine, with all its many notes. All its Doppler shifted effects, you are getting firsthand.
Cora laughs at the arrival of this sound to her ears.
He's going to start to wave you down off the riser. How careful are you about applying the gas at this point? Are you keeping it in like first gear, low range, or are you trying to give it some gusto?
This is someone I don't know. We'll take
Mhm.
it slow.
Mm. You're going to gently roll this off the lot, as it were. He's going to, as you get down off the riser, he's going to feel a little more assured that you're not going to do something silly. And he's starting to wave you out of the garage, getting you to follow him, almost like a airline taxi, as you're being guided up to checkered both start and finish line. A few moments later, he's also waving over the Nissan 350Z that he pointed out to you before. He's clearly having a discussion with the young man. He's not quite frosted tips like the previous racer that we saw in another scene. But he's got that annoying psychedelic straight beaked cap askew, showing just a little too much bang. just awful. Sunglasses, leisure wear that looks like it's never been used for anything but posing.
Cora is going to smile just a little, but shrug to herself. She pictures the the glittering Toreador that she once raced against, and thinks that by comparison, this guy is tame.
You sort of see him turn, and though the windows are just a little tinted, you can still get the expression where he's not really pursing his lips as much as trying to look smug and superior and just a little like he's a champ. And you're just some girl in some borrowed car.
Okay, so he is looking my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna smize at him, you know.
You're going to what? Smile?
It's just it's to smile with your eyes only.
Ooh. Fun. Okay, we're gonna let's try something here. Do you have presence?
I wish that I did. I do not.
Do you have intimidation? Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh my god, do I have intimidation? Cora does not have intimidation. That was not in her lexicon, unfortunately.
So on the left side of her sheet, she does not have intimidation as a checkbox.
No, sadly not.
I will let you try. It's going to be at a higher difficulty.
Sure.
So you tell me, is this manipulation? Is this charisma? Is this appearance? What are you trying to lean on the hardest here?
In that case, the only thing that she's got appearance too, and manipulation.
You got to pick one.
All right, you know what? Let's go for charisma. This is straight charm. She's a charmer.
Okay. So it's less about trying to intimidate then. It's more you're trying to maybe offset him by giving him a pretty set of eyes to look at and focus on. Put him off his game a little bit. So this is less intimidation. And do you have persuasion? Is that what's on there? Gotta look at the sheet again really, really quick. Should be on the left side.
I have my left side talents that I think might be applicable to this are expression and empathy.
Let's go with expression.
All right.
You're trying to get an idea across at this young well, I was about to say man, but man-child.
Oh no. Okay, so here we go.
This male.
So your difficulty is going to be a 7 because you don't have. Oh no, you have expression.
I do.
Okay, so it's just going to be a 6.
All right. I like my odds. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was. I gotta roll one more. Okay. So far as we are going, I don't have any botches. I have 3 lovely moons here, letting me re-roll to be incredibly persuasive. And 1 normal success. And those were all successes at, well, no, 2 of those were successes. So in total, I have 6 successes at 6 difficulty.
How many dice did you roll?
I rolled
3.
6 initially, and 3 of them ended up exploding.
Nice. He, hey, but he doesn't realize that his windows are still up. So he's trying to put on like a bravado show, but he doesn't realize.
As soon as I know
then he
that
just
he's
shrinks in a little
paying that
bit.
kind of attention, I immediately turn my focus back to the road. I've done what I need to do.
Okay. You notice though, as you start to turn away, he sinks into his seat a little bit as he feels that embarrassment of he tried to make a play, no one heard it. He shot his shot and it bounced off the wall.
If you roll this window down, you might have a better chance.
The gun misfired.
Gotta roll it.
So sufficiently cowed, at least in this exact moment, Titus is going to come over to you. It's going to get you to crank the window down.
I do so.
He's going to lean on the sill, so he's lowering himself in. He's like, "Hey, look at me. You're good, right? I got nothing to worry about."
I'm quite good, yes.
Because it already seems like you're wiping the smirk off that little shit's face, and I really want that to continue.
I'll give it my best.
See that you do. And he's gonna stand up. He's gonna give the meme slap the car on top. Can fit so much Malkavian in this bad boy. Gonna roll up the window. He's gonna wave over to one of the blonde grid girls. One that hasn't gotten proper screen time except for the fact that she was also the same one starting up Tabby's race. I hope that she's not the single common denominator. She's going to hold up a little free floaty flag, no pole attached to it, just a little checkered flag. She's going to point at him. She's going to point at you. Do you indicate that you're ready? That you're good? And hold her hands up, holding the flag, looking at you again. And off you go. So, because of the driving skill, the fact that you do not have any backup in the car with you, this is going to be a series of 5 rolls and not 3. Though if you end up doing the double botch, you won't go to 5 either.
It is in this moment when everyone is going to see. Hopefully, Cora isn't a one-trick pony, but a lot of her dots are in these skills.
Okay. Now, if you want to double down on this just a little bit, I'll tell you the same thing I told to Tara. Do you want to spend some of that freshly earned blood now to bump up your physicals to get just another bit of dex?
I think I'm confident in what I have done, and I'm ready to start off as is.
Okay.
I don't want to make myself hungry.
Staying hungry, staying lean wins the race. Okay. So I'm gonna do off the mark. I'm gonna do this as a 6. Actually, you tell me something.
Yes,
Do you have any specialties in drive?
I do.
Okay. Does it
I
apply here?
have one specialty for
Mhm.
mid-engined exotica, so if this vehicle is aligned such that its engine is
You know what? Let's find out, because I'm pretty sure this is a front engine car.
yeah, has Titus done anything crazy to it?
Moving an entire engine is not that's not really something you do. It's front engine.
You could.
We're gonna go with no. So it won't really apply
Alright.
here.
That's okay. I still get a lot.
You still got a lot. So it wouldn't give you extra dice. It wouldn't change the difficulty. The way that I run specialties is that when you hit a 10, you get 2 successes out of it automatically. You don't have to roll it anymore.
Wow, nice.
In older editions, it got to be a little wonky, and that's the one that I stick with because I find it cleaner and easier. So let's go with the difficulty 6, and let's see how you do.
Okay.
So you'll be rolling dexterity and drive.
I do have celerity as well.
So you'll be adding a dot of celerity as on top of your dexterity. So how many dice does that equal out to?
That's a total of 8. And I will
Nice.
be rolling. Cora's dexterous. And she's got the need for speed, so.
We know she's furious, but is she fast?
Okay, well, it is a start. It is not a gorgeous start, but it's a start.
Okay.
I had 2 10s that would have been marvelous if not for the 2 botches or 2 1s that canceled it out.
Mhm.
However, I did also have 2 regular roll successes here. So I'll have 2 successes ultimately.
No, I would have been smart if I had my roller app up. So you have 2 successes, you said.
Yes.
Okay. You are at a dead heat at the start of this. At the starting line, it sort of seems like he at least knows how to find the accelerator despite your early start. And I did give him a slightly higher difficulty because you did put him off his game at the start, but he managed to beat it. But let's see if that lead foot saves him. As you're screeching down the starting straightaway. Anybody can be fast on a straightaway. Can they continue that through the bends?
And as we're doing this, I'm gauging, okay, when am I hitting those moments when I'm needing to shift? what exactly is the engine doing in the straightaway? What does the traction feel like? You know,
Mm-hmm.
how is, and then as we're getting to this turn, I'm going to be paying attention to,
Mhm.
of course, handling, but weight distribution. So,
The fact that you have all this experience, unfamiliar car, unfamiliar track, is why the difficulty isn't going higher beyond 7 right now. Because it should be an 8 or a 9 if it was someone else. But for you, it's just a 7
all right.
because you have all these mitigating aspects, but it's still all unfamiliar. But if anybody can do it, I really hope it's you.
A single success, but no failures.
Okay.
So we're still in it.
Perhaps he's driven around this track numerous times. After all, Titus has said he's been around and he is a bit of a little shit, so maybe he's done a modicum of homework. He does manage to pull ahead. Not by a lot. But while you're playing it safe and you're doing your job correctly, you're protecting the machine, you're learning the road, you're learning the bends. You're not spinning off, you're not creating issues for yourself. You're just taking a more conservative line around an unfamiliar track. So technique may still win out.
But maybe that's my problem. Maybe my professionalism is holding me back. Maybe I need to open up a little.
Let's find out how it works for you. You're hitting another smaller straightaway with a bend tightly to follow. We're going to leave it at a 7 because, again, track is still the issue.
Well, this time I am met with another single success when all of the things are tallied. I've got one success being canceled out by a 1 and one success.
Okay. So you are managing to get not quite bumper to bumper, but you are catching up to him.
Okay.
You didn't come out of that last bend going as fast as he wanted. And going into the next one, he's having to try and throw the thicker rear body of a 350Z. And you're just barreling.
So far, it hasn't been quite the embarrassment that I was hoping for. We are
I will tell you something.
Half of the way through the race. Over halfway now.
So I'll give you something else. You can spend a willpower to get one guaranteed success that cannot be removed by a botch. But if you're going to do that, you should mark it down correctly on your sheet.
I've already used the willpower tonight.
Okay.
But
that's letting you know.
We'll hold on to it for now.
Okay.
Perhaps in the final moment I will need to invoke it.
Now, the thing as a racer, you would know that every second lost at the start of the race multiplies by the end.
I do.
Want to save your time, it might be better to do it now rather than later. So if you want to do a riskier move, because this was the third roll?
This is the third roll. There's only 2 left.
You might want to consider that now.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You're going to spend a willpower?
I will dedicate a single success to myself in my own name.
Okay.
Amen.
You know how to mark those on the sheet properly, right? So you're not removing your
Yes.
permanent. Okay.
And have 2 little squares there in my willpower.
Okay. Just making sure.
Thank you.
So let's give it a roll and see if that's going to pay off for you.
Okay, so on the willpower usage,
Mm-hmm.
does it negate a 1?
Rather,
Or
a 1
does-
doesn't negate it.
Right. But what about the presence of a 10?
The 10 will still get erased by the 1.
10 is the one that is erased.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. In that case, I have 3 successes this time.
3. Okay. You have managed to pull up neck and neck. It's all going to come down to this.
Tetris for Jeff. Let's do it.
Mm.
Neck and neck.
Despite the fact that unfamiliar car, basically brimming with an octane that you don't know, has more kick than you were maybe expecting. You're sitting awkwardly in it because you're probably used to sitting on the left or the right rather than center. Maybe occurring to you that this person may have driven F1, and that's how he prefers to sit. You manage to undercut him as he's trying to throw his car around a bend to give it a lot more gas, be a lot more daring than he would be, and you manage to get neck and neck. And you see his car just shimmy in place as he just was not expecting you there.
Perfect. You
So,
would think in this moment that maybe Cora would exclaim, but she's going to let the car do the talking for her.
mm-hmm. Let's see how you do.
Four total successes this time. I like the narrative, finding steam throughout the race.
Perhaps it was the fact that you spooked him when you rocketed around a corner, thinking that he had lost you back there. Maybe he's changing gears incorrectly, or maybe failed to change gear at all. But you've surprised him in such a way that you rocket past him entirely, following through after that bend. You got how many successes? 4?
That was 4 total this time.
He got 1. And I took into consideration that you kind of scared the shit out of him a little bit, so this difficulty did go up, and it was not to his favor. He doesn't veer off the road because he didn't fail or botch. He just didn't do as well as you did. But as you burn right by him and past him, he's not just in your side mirror. He is firmly framed within the rear view. One of the few amenities still allowed within the stripped out car. And it might be just for that exact vanity reason. In short order, you're over the finish line. And as someone who has done professional driving and racing up to a point, you tell me, are you counting the seconds added to his clock?
Oh, yes. Easily.
I'm not going to go into the exact number because I can't think of braces off the top of my head right now. I will say that it's not counted in microseconds, nanoseconds, none of that. There's full at least 10 seconds. You put him off his game badly. If you were to watch this in, Mario Kart or an F1 game, there's that. There's the time which is set by the person who clears first, and then it's just a plus on top of that. You never want the plus. His is nothing but plus. And there's a moment where maybe, as he's getting up to that finish line, well, first tell me, do you actually get out of the car or do you sit there? Get to him in a second.
I'll sit there in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleased with myself for now. And really, ultimately, the race is mine. The embarrassing of this man is Titus's. So I'm going to let Titus make the first move.
Do you watch the rear view? Do you look out? Okay. There's a moment of hesitation as he comes over the line where you don't know if he's going to stop, if he's going to try and leave, back up, rip into a J-turn, and just try and flee with his car that maybe he doesn't quite have all the permissions for. Maybe he's still paying it off. Maybe he hasn't done enough chores to earn it that week.
Oh no. Sorry, kid.
And as he's hesitating, Titus walks by you and just taps on the glass. But he walks right by. Do you get out or do you sit and watch?
At this point, I'll get out.
Okay. He doesn't stop in his stride, but he does look over his shoulder and just be like, hands in pockets, and he walks over to this car that's still a little bit hesitating. You see Titus lit in full limelight relief as he's walking into the headlights. Smug, proud, unfettered by the fact that a ton-ish of machinery is staring him down with the engine running. And in all his height, he stoops, bending at the waist, hand on the car, slow knock on the driver's side window. And no matter what country you're in, what language you speak, and despite the distance, there's a tone of papers, please. And there's, again, the hesitation. And the door very timidly opens. Arm around the kid's shoulders, patting him on the back, on the chest. You can't quite hear what he's saying, but there's some sort of emotional consolation there seems to be, because all the pride, all the smugness. He's even holding his hat in his hands. Like his ego is hat dependent and he's not wearing it anymore. As the pair of them walk over to you, actually, while they're still having that conversation, the grid girl's gonna walk over to you. Cora, right?
That's right. Your name is?
Yvette.
I'll hold out my hand to her.
Oh, and it's this dainty, and its touch is lingering. Eyes are bright, dazzling. Oh, it's nice to see somebody live up to the reputation. You were talking about being a driver the other night. Everyone talks a big game until rubber hits the road.
I didn't realize word would travel so quickly.
Oh, it's not about traveling quickly. We just all saw.
Ah, so you're there for introductions then.
Mm-hmm. Well, it certainly went better for you than it did for others.
Yes. Tonight is a better night for me by miles.
Well, let's hope that trend continues. And she's going to give you that little fingertip along the jaw and turn heel strut walk. And as she trundles off, Titus brings this young man up to you, who's not making eye contact at all. Well, Jimmy, what do you say to the nice lady? Eye contact, please. Come on now. Be a good sport. And you see this kid who just cannot lift his chin, all shrunk in on himself. Barely able to make eye contact. He's just... face is starting to go red, but not anger. A kid that's clearly never been told no, never been humbled, and it happened all at the same time. And just... hand is shaking as it hands out the pink slip to you.
I'll take it with one hand, hold out my other to shake.
And he does seem a bit surprised at that. And he stares at it for a moment before Titus goes, well, don't be rude, kid. And he'll shake the hand, but it's that slight dead fish of someone who doesn't know how to properly shake a hand, probably. And is maybe just too emotional to process. And it's just pathetic sad is the only way I could really explain this.
Cora will say, so you got beat this time, but you can work your way into another one.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a job so that he can get his next car more honestly. Ain't that right, Jimmy? Uh-huh. Thanks, Mr. Silverton. Yeah, You can start by moving some of that detritus over in the engine bay. Get your ass in gear.
I get to see what my fate could have been.
Maybe he would have been nicer to you. Maybe he would have been worse. But you know that he was considering this kid a little shit, so maybe he's working out a few things.
Are Jimmy and I gonna be colleagues?
Jimmy's no one's colleague as much as ballast.
Oh no.
As Jimmy starts to sheepishly walk off in the intended direction, he does kind of look over his shoulder like, is this actually happening? Is this what? Some of the upsetness is going around, is disappearing from it. It's now just descending into a cloud of cognitive dissonance. But as he fades off into the distance, Titus is holding up a set of keys. Now, I'm a man of my word. And he's holding them out to you.
I'll reach out and take the keys.
Actually, I'll have him do it with the left hand so we can go in for a proper handshake with the right.
Perfect.
And in contrast, this is a proper, correct handshake. There's enthusiasm, but not hanging on. Oh, it does the heart good to see a little punk get a little bit of humility. Brings back a little spark in the world, don't you think?
It was about the journey for me.
Oh, well, sometimes the journey is the wreckage you leave behind.
Cora is going to bite her tongue about that one.
Well,
Sometimes more literally than others.
oh, I'm sure we could swap some stories on that. Had my fair share of burnouts even here. But what's the point if you're not on that ragged edge every now and again?
A man after my own heart.
Well, I know you drove something else here tonight, but you could take this with you, or if you need to ferry some people around and pick it up another night, or how do you want to do this?
I should, much as I would like to trust the other newcomers, they're lovely people, I should probably make sure that the rover gets back to Mr. Heatherton in one piece.
Oh, you took one of his.
That's just so.
Okay.
So if you have some space and don't mind lending it to me for a night, I'll find my way out here tomorrow and can pick her up.
I think we can make that work. But check in with your friends. Maybe one of them's not so useless.
I'll ask.
But failing that, let's do it for tonight. And maybe we can talk a little bit more about what else you can do around here.
I'd be excited for that, yes.
Quick question. Did he get your number before or no?
No, we haven't exchanged numbers.
Okay. Well, he'll correct that then and there.
Perfect.
He'll get yours as well, but it's not a hey, show me your phone. It's very much a
Absolutely.
like near field send contact kind of thing. Give you another handshake and like, oh well. Why don't you move your new car into that bay over there, and I'm gonna move my baby back to where it should be.
She was a great partner.
She always is. And as you stow the two cars for now, He's going to leave the engine bay for the 350 open for now, but you have the keys. It's going to be a case of if you're able to get someone else to drive the rover, you could take yours tonight. But if it isn't feasible, he's just going to lock it up for the evening. Or for the day, actually. So we're going to peel back from you for a moment, but before we do, what's going through your head right now?
Cora always has a little bit of a leftover high after a good drive. And to do it in this context is fantastic.
Mm. And with a full audience?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting because that's
And a soundtrack.
not something that she's totally used to, right? Like her audience usually has a different set of things that they're interested in. So
either for people on the sidelines during testing or taking some photos, or an audience of one as you're taking them around a track to sell them something. This was a performance.
It felt good. You know, usually our drives are solitary experiences, and she likes that. But this is neat. This is an interesting flavor.
And as we peel back from that for a moment, unless there's anything else you want to add?
No, it's good.
We're going to check in with who's ready? Let's check in with Kate. Last we left off, you had just had a conversation with the clan whip. How have you been occupying yourself since? Were you watching the races? Were you doing anything in particular? Were you getting ready to leave?
I think I'm getting ready to leave.
Okay.
I will text Poppy and tell her I'm heading back into town and see if I get any kind of response. I don't want to just ditch her since I drove her here, but I'm not planning on going all the way back to Wormslow tonight.
Is this post Cora's race that I received the text?
We're going to say for the sake of ease, yes.
Poppy will reply, want to say hi to Cora and congratulate her, but yes, I'd love to get a ride back.
I did tell you I'm not going back to Wormslow, though.
Oh, you're not going back?
Yeah.
Never mind. Poppy goes, I'll find a ride. Smiley face.
So I will head back towards my car, and as I get ready to drive back to my home, I'll pull up Edward's number.
Okay.
Via the car's system. Give him a call.
So you're going to be calling him from the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Rings for a moment. Another moment. Long enough that you don't know if he's ever actually going to pick up. And maybe as you're just about to hit the call end button. Miss Fulton.
Edward. I need a new phone.
Already?
Yeah, it's not for me, though.
Oh?
Had a bit of an accident on the racetrack and I owe someone a phone.
Ah. Part of the same social club?
Different? Wait, does he mean...
He means kindred.
Okay, not clan. Yes.
Ah. Who, if you don't mind?
Belle.
Ah.
She has my burner phone for now, but I owe her a real phone.
Yes, you do. I'll meet you... Well, it's a bit late tonight. First thing tomorrow?
I might see if I can have someone pick it up, but if not, I'll come myself.
You're going to have to be paying for it, so it would be in your best interest for you to show up.
All right. That I can do.
I'll text you details with where and when. We should talk soon.
All right.
Have a good night.
You as well.
Beep, beep.
Do you hear Greg in the background?
I do.
He just got home.
What else are you doing? You heading home?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you do in particular when you get there? Do you have any kind of ritual you're going to go through?
Yeah, I imagine that I have a nice bottle of bourbon in the cabinet. It's like the only that and fresh coffee beans are the only food items there.
Mm-hmm.
I will pour a small glass of bourbon and just smell it. So I begin to wind down for the evening, and I'm going to send another text.
Okay.
To Hawthorne. As I was encouraged to do.
Mm-hmm.
It'll say, it says Fulton. Her meeting is in my best interest. Time for me to see what all you can do.
I'm drawing a blank. Which one's Hawthorne again?
Wasn't that Nathaniel? No, I got his last name.
You're thinking
wrong.
of Innsbruck.
Innsbruck, thank you. I don't know why I called him Hawthorne.
You said your full name?
Yeah.
Okay. A few minutes do go by. A few more minutes go by. A few more minutes go by.
As this is happening, I'm checking to make sure all the shutters are well closed. The house is ready for no sun to get in.
I imagine in your house it's like for an alligator or most reptiles where they have the nictitating membrane where it's the two sets of lids. So it shutters down vertically and then you have a folding shutter that closes horizontally just to block out any last twinge of light. As you're going through this process, finally you get a reply. I look forward to it. We'll talk soon. Bring clothes you don't mind getting dirty.
I don't think I'll reply to that. I'll just let it sit. But, I mean, he is known as the cleaner, so...
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to clean something unless it's messy.
Do you do anything else?
How good a job did, crap, it's been 2 weeks since I've looked at anybody's names. Sokolov and crew unpack things? Like, are things in boxes and I need to do unpacking, or did they kind of like set everything up?
That would be entirely on you.
Okay.
So while there's furniture,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of anything being arranged, that's on you.
I'll spend some time unpacking the office. There are books of law. There's a couple of really old tomes in Italian, Old French, some Latin. There's a couple of biographies on various political figures. There's a couple of extra in the early 20th century, some of the Roosevelts, Edith Wilson. And then as she heads upstairs, as the sun gets ready to start rising, she's going to take a photograph that's been like a large framed photograph that's been laying on the ground and hang it above her bed. And I can post it in Discord, but it's of a long exposure street at night of DC, and you can see the lines from the car lights. And at the very, very point, it's on screen right now, you can see the Capitol building in the distance.
Nice. Do you put anything in the group chat, or you're done with the group tonight?
I'll check my phone one more time to see if anything else has come from the group.
But you're not going to put anything in there yourself?
No.
Okay. So we'll check back in with that afterwards. For the time being, you're bedding down.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll check back in with you in a bit, okay? Is there any further thoughts you want to lead off with?
Just for all of Kate's kind of uncomfortableness at the track of not knowing her place or how she fits in, feeling a little bit better now having met Redgrave and starting to see the edges of threads that could be pulled on as she figures out her place here.
Mm-hmm.
And she enjoys the quiet of her house and the solitude a lot better than the awkward summer camp vibes of the night before at the cottage.
Fair enough. We're going to check back in with Poppy and Artem. We're still at the track. What are you two doing?
I was hoping we could watch Cora race.
Okay. You could have watched the race.
Okay. I definitely want to afterwards. I think Poppy's just going to be buzzing with excitement and try to go find Cora to congratulate her. Yeah.
Okay.
And Artem, if you want to come with.
Yeah, we'll come with. Say something along the lines of, maybe she wasn't an Uber driver.
Or maybe the best damn Uber driver. The Initial D soundtrack plays at all hours.
Uber in the German sense.
Uber driver.
Uber driver.
Uber driver. That's not
We
that's
in
nearly
France.
French. Yeah, that was not.
Uber driver.
We're going all over Europe with this one.
Yeah.
That's what France sounded like during a very specific couple of years in the 40s.
Yeah, that's true. Oh no.
Ooh.
It's very niche.
Yikes.
I'm not going to say the joke that's coming to mind, so we're just going to move along. Okay, so you managed to find Cora. You'll be, I guess, coming out of the engine bay. That's
You
where
bet.
we'll line back up.
Parking my new Z car.
Cora, that was amazing. That was so good.
Thank
Artem's
you,
put his hand
Poppy.
up for a high five.
That's all high five, Artem.
Do you actually, does Artem kind of like tag down, or does she have to jump?
He'll tag down.
Okay.
She earned this one.
I would have to hop, probably. It was nice. It was nice to do.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, anything's better than last night, but this was like just amazing. How do you feel?
My version of stretching my legs after a long flight was good.
That is so badass. That's legitimately so badass.
It's for the record, I wasn't a racer really, but close enough.
What were you then?
It's complicated.
Ah.
Not in a fun way.
Oh, okay. Regardless, that was amazing. Is that car yours now? Is that what I saw happening?
That's right. I feel a little bad for it, but it looked like maybe he could.
He
My
was a
opponent, that
shit.
is. Exactly. No, he could
That's what Chris is
learn
saying.
a thing or two by losing. Oh, that's what Chris is saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's good for character. He's building character.
That's my thought. He's doing it right now, moving some things around in the other garage.
Oh.
Do you see Chris
Yikes.
actually peer around, looking in on this reduced brat? And
So
she's
if you lose, oh, go ahead.
she's just starting to giggle and almost sort of vibrate in place at just watching someone else suffer.
You know, if Titus hadn't modified his car that I borrowed so extensively, I was going to offer one of you to come ride with me, but maybe next time.
You do see Chris actually turn at that point and like, so what you're saying is, can you drive me around the track in that right now? And she's pointing at the new car.
Provided there's nothing else scheduled, I could.
Chris is going to look at Artem.
I'm not your dad. Go for it.
No, I mean, can you go fucking check?
Oh, sure. Is there anything scheduled?
Do you walk out?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you turn, Poppy goes, "Bye, Dad."
Cora will laugh at this.
Do you say dad or do you say daddy?
Dad.
Okay.
So how are the three of you enjoying things? I haven't, well, I've seen plenty of the track, but not the goings on.
Oh, I mean, it's been great. We were dancing, and then we met this like bodybuilding beauty and named Bobby. Lots of alliteration. And then I actually got to officially talk with Titus about a potential idea for a kind of nightclub experience venue thing that I'm thinking of. It's going to be a big collaboration. I will probably have to meet that DJ that was playing tonight. It's going to be huge, but tonight it makes me feel so much better than last night did.
Feeling a little bit like you're maybe finding a place here in Savannah then.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm trying not to get my hopes up
Too early to say, exactly. For me too. But it's encouraging. That's good. I'm glad you're having a good time.
I think so. It's going to be good.
You see
And Chris
Chris is sort of like picking her nails a little bit because she's a little bored by this. And she's looking at the car like any second now, that's going to go.
Chris, have you done racing or something?
No, but I want to.
Cool.
But Dad, she says in the most sarcastic way she can muster, doesn't have anything more get up and go than the occasional riding lawnmower. So
Yeah.
Don't really get much of an opportunity.
Speaking of, do you think the three of you could take the Land Rover back to, well, you know, home, more or less?
You do see Chris kind of like, she's going to look at Poppy, like hoping that you can't drive.
That I can't drive?
Yeah.
No, I can drive.
Okay.
Poppy will nod and say, "Oh yeah, sure."
Fantastic. Good. I've got this now, of course, so I need to find a way to bring it back.
It's gonna look flashy.
Oh, I think we can get the rover back.
Poppy like turns to look at Chris to try to understand what on earth could be on her mind.
The scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the valets are flying in the car.
Jump cut. Do-do-do-do-do.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's nothing wrong going on in there in the back of her brain.
It is a timed endeavor, so it's not like we're going for a joyride, Chris. So
Maybe you're not. And we're going to pan out from that for just a second to Artem walking around the grid, looking very conspicuous because he is a big dude.
Big boy.
He's a big boy. Just a little Cro-Mag Johnny Bravo walking the strip.
I see just John Travolting around.
Yeah, kind of. So you're trying to see if there's going to be any more races, right? Or where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Since you're wandering the grid and Titus is nowhere to be found, and you know he's kind of in charge here, you do see one of the grid girls milling around. Yvette. She turns and sees you, and she walks right over. Just beeline stride. Well, hello there.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going fantastic. It's going better for you now that you're not covered out in someone's blood. She looks around as she says it.
I was a little far away, but yeah, good to know. You were there then?
Oh, I was. I didn't quite have the front row seat that you did, but...
That sort of thing happen often.
It's more of a seasonal thing, I would say. Sometimes it's in fashion. And she's gonna reach forward with a hand, just Yvette.
Artem.
Oh, look at you. And she's playing with her thumb across the back of your hand. You really are just a giant, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And she's not looking up. She's looking straight ahead, but the eyes go up.
I could show you sometime if you want.
What would you show me? And she's leaning in just a little bit.
I guess we'll have to find out later. Are there any more, anything else happening on the track tonight?
Oh, just the dance party winding down. Why?
I was wondering if we could do a little time trial before we all have to get back.
I could check in with Titus for you.
That would be great.
But it might come better from you if you ask him yourself. Come on, I'll show you. And she's just doing the Instagram POV thing where she's just taking you by the hand, leading you behind her.
I love that description.
Leading you by the slab. And she's finding Titus, who is not in that same bay, but is clearly seeing a few people off, shaking some hands, making sure some things are being delegated and facilitated. And he foresees you because you're taller than everyone, but then he sees how you're being, well, I guess, front wheel driven by the little blonde. He goes, oh, this ought to be good. What? Oh, Artem, was it? And she kind of steps back and she's purposely holding the arm. She's basically just captured you and propelled you forward a little bit.
Hello, Titus.
It's very much, hey, Titus, look what I caught.
Big game hunting. Anything else happening on the track tonight?
I have a feeling you're asking me if you can make something happen on the track tonight.
Just want to get a little time trial for our friend Cora.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. I could afford her such a liberty. Thanks for her putting Jimmy in his place. And You just see his head pop up in the background from behind a tire wall. A little like dirt smear on his cheek already from maybe just trying to move a tire wall that wasn't so forgiving. If that tire wall's not moved by the time I turn around. And he doesn't finish the threat, he just leaves it at an implication. Yeah, I'll make sure that she can go ahead.
I'll let her know.
Anything else?
That's it from me, boss.
Have yourself a good night, Artem.
You as well.
Yvette. And he just leaves it at that. And she's going to lead you along back towards the engine bay. Or sorry, just the bay. She's going to look up at you and goes, so what are you going to be doing with all your free time in Savannah?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I know exactly what you're going to be doing.
Is that right?
You're going to be taking my number and we're going to go have a good time.
Go on.
And she'll rattle off a number. So you might want to write down that you have her number.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Give me a call. It's so much more personal than text.
I will.
And the arm around your back goes to around your arm goes to just sort of press on the small of your back as she propels you into the bay as she strides without breaking her walk. And you have just been absconded with and then immediately deposited back in the bay. Which I'm assuming all three women at this point are just swiveling.
Indeed.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Are you?
It looks like someone else is good to go. And Chris is walking around the back of the car, just opening up the passenger side. Just, We're going, right? We're going right now?
Of course.
Yes. So do you take her for a little spin?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not going to have you roll for anything because we did the hard part. The question is, what's the tone you're trying to set? You're just doing a little jaunt, or are you trying to get a little bit of a tilt on the one side of the car or the other? Are you trying to give her a thrill, or are you just putting it through its paces?
There will be an attempt at thrill involved, indeed. There will be.
So you're going to do a controlled, at least one tire off the ground at some point in a turn.
Oh yeah, I mean, I need to know what this can do, and she is looking to enjoy herself, so I think both things can be accommodated on this drive.
Fair enough. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to be whipping this around the track. Maybe a little faster because you learned it a bit, at least. And you're probably thinking a few corners that you wanted to try a different line.
Absolutely.
And because you're not worrying about having to outpace someone, you're worried about how can you do a little bit of a solo performance at this point. And because you also have a history of someone being in the car that you're trying to sell that car to and giving that person a thrill.
Oh, yes. This is my element.
Yes. She is grabbing the oh shit handle in the passenger side. And she's going full woo girl as you add some G's. Once again, you are experiencing her going to 11. Or at least you're getting to experience that for the first time. You do get back to the finish line. Are you trying to put this back in the bay, or are you're thinking you're going to drive this home?
I'm going to drive this home.
Driving it up the lot. Got it. She rolls down the window, sticks out her head, looks over at Artem, and popping, woo!
Woo! Poppy Woo's back.
Oh, great. A whole chorus of woo girls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. The chorus of woo girls. That's a coterie name.
Ooh, love that. Love that.
That's a new group chat right there.
Could be cute.
That's the one without Artem in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Or weirdly, the one with just Artem. Okay. So you're going to try and juggle this, that you're driving this car back. Who are you trusting with the keys to go back to the house?
Indeed. Well, I don't want to rain on Chris's parade.
Mhm.
But man, let me get out of the car and
Mhm.
reconvene with everybody, all three of them together. And Cora is going to attempt to abdicate responsibility of the key handing by just putting it out in front of all of them and seeing who
Chris reaches
snatches
forward
Like a trap.
immediately.
enough.
Chris reaches forward immediately.
No.
I'm gonna go for it too.
I'm also going for it.
Fantastic.
Mostly so Chris doesn't get it. Mine's defensive.
All I will say is that she's the only local. She knows where she's going, but we'll leave it at that.
God, I do not trust her.
Okay. So we're gonna roll for it.
This is wonderful. I'm
You
so
know
glad
me
I did it
very
this way.
Let's see here. So it's gonna be Dax.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what? We're actually gonna make this a little easier. No, I'm not gonna do initiative. That would be really funny though.
Roll grabby hands initiative.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna make me an argument for a skill that applies. It's all gonna be Dex, but what's gonna be your secondary?
Oh yeah, you could take any number of approaches to this. Shove Cora so that the keys go a different direction.
I mean, as somebody who is talented with sleight of hand, perhaps. I mean, what does that look like in this game? That is different here.
I think for you we were going with stealth.
All right, so I'll use my stealth.
Mm-hmm.
I use my stealth. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Artem,
going
what do you
for? Yeah, a precise and aggressive move. So I would like to use brawl.
Oh, so you're just going for the like you're gonna like grapple something.
Right.
Okay.
Grab my hand and the keys. Bring it to your...
Just lifting Cora into the air by her wrist kind of thing. Just do.
I accidentally grabbed her whole hand. Ooh. You can have it back.
Okay, so you're gonna roll that. I'm not gonna say what Chris is rolling, but I'm gonna have her roll some dice.
And we're rolling that plus dexterity or just that one skill?
Plus your dex. Because this is a response to something happening. So this is your reaction time.
Great.
Oh my god.
So we're just gonna do a difficulty of 6.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes and then 1 blows up. 4 successes. No ones.
Okay.
5.
5 successes and no ones?
And there was a 1. It knocked out a 10.
Okay. So it's still 5?
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Strong.
Watch out. Quick in this case.
I feel like maybe his experience with having to deal with someone else who's just a little bit needing to be grabbed by the scruff of their neck has prepared him for this.
Hmm.
And there's that back of the head reaction of, nope. Almost not even looking, just, not letting that happen. Actually, that does lead me into a question. What side of the road that they drive on in Ukraine?
I think
Most
They
of the world
are on the right.
it's
drive,
right,
Napoleonically
Yeah.
like we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drive on the right and it's left-hand car, right? That's what I'm understanding
Yeah.
from that? Okay. And she does look a little put out because she was not as swift as the rest of you, despite the fact she was lunging first. But this is where it's going to hinge. So, Artem, you clearly got the keys. And she's trying to find a way to spin this in that moment of, we're only going to have time to get the car either back to Wormslow or back to the boss's house. You can't do both. And she's looking a little smug. Either way. And she's starting to walk towards the car.
Hey, Poppy, can you, Cora, where are you going tonight?
I'm going back to Wormslow, so if you need a ride,
Perfect.
I'm your gal.
I would love one. I mean, selfishly, because it's going to look really cool. But unselfishly, thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Sorry about that, but problem solved.
No worries.
I would say Chris overhears this very easily solved problem. Just, fuck.
What's up, Cora?
Thank you, and drive safe.
No problem. He looks at Chris and he says, I'll be driving very, very, very safe.
Fuck. And she just continues next to you. As people are starting to peel away, do you put in a group chat where you're going? Do you say anything else to let Tabby know what you're doing?
Poppy's
thank you.
totally going to send a selfie, if that's okay.
Oh,
She'll
yeah,
ask
of
permission
course.
with Cora, like in the car, being like, going back to Wormslow with Cora's prize.
Does it
Yeah.
say me? I'm the prize.
No, I think she goes, I'm not the prize, it's the car. LOL.
Wink.
But maybe.
Bummer.
Yeah, Cora will play into that and like kiss face wink emoji respond.
Now, question. Tabby had put into the group chat. Did anybody see that? Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
How did anyone
Oh,
respond to
right.
that?
Oh no, okay, right.
Am I the only one going back to the cottage?
I don't know if Poppy will respond to that.
Would you
She
have
might-
typed for a little while, like the three like blinking dots
Yeah.
for way too long and
Oh,
then never said
no.
anything?
Very possible. Oh, maybe she was typing something as she was like meeting Bobby and went, "Oh, putting that away."
Tabby's like, what the hell?
Scene.
Poppy and Artem are together while this
Are
is
they all
happening.
ghosting me?
It just puts the eyes.
I didn't
emoji.
trash that bag.
Artem puts the eyes emoji. Oh no. It's like I saw
Sarah would
everything.
shrug emoji because she really has no idea what happened. She was busy.
I'm a pariah now.
How did Kate respond to that or at all?
Kate will just respond, "Congrats, Cora."
Oh no.
I think similar to Poppy, like that message came up during like her interaction with Belle, and then Redgrave came, so it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, oh,
Yeah.
mhm.
Just like real
Oh,
life.
no.
Tabby truly thinks she's being outcast.
Oh no,
No.
This is the true consequence of the double botch.
yeah.
Did you think I was gonna let that stand?
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Dig hole, jump in hole,
No. Dig up
continue to
stupid.
dig.
Now the question is,
Can't toss soil out.
Tabby, are you going back to the cottage? Was that part of the message as well?
I couldn't be sure, but I think that was the plan.
Okay. You could put
Yeah, we drove off to steal some more stuff, but I think the end goal was not to end up in the Warrens.
Okay.
Tabby was under the assumption that at the end of the night, everyone was regrouping back at the cottage.
Okay. So somebody can put in the group chat that you're going back to Wormslow. Do you want to meet up with Tabby on the way somewhere? Because I imagine we're going to just pan over to Tabby for a moment. You're getting the pings that they're going back to Wormslow. You're with Lila in the car somewhere, having done something unspeakable to someone else's car. Probably with a bat, maybe a banana.
Oh,
In the tailpipe?
Oh yeah, we're going full Beverly Hills Cop.
under the wire,
Yep.
under the tires, spin out. That's what happened with me.
You know, it doesn't work
Series
that
of
way,
bananas.
but I really like the imagery. We're going to do that. See, the funny thing is, we'll do that. They'll look at that. They won't realize what's really been done. See, little secret. You don't put a banana in the tailpipe. You put a fucking potato. That's a better seal.
If we trash someone's car and then like found a porcelain like blue turtle shell and like put it near...
Yes. Okay, I'm going to order one. That's tomorrow's party.
Then,
Okay.
then the authorities can't do nothing.
No, they'll sue
They'll be
Nintendo.
like, you
Fuck
shouldn't
them.
have been in first.
See, why didn't you think of that fucking brainwave earlier? You could have actually pulled that out of the fire.
I don't have a blue turtle shell. Do
Well,
you?
you know, I wasn't the one driving.
No.
Actually,
And now all
neither
my
were you.
friends are ghosting me. I can't see anyone responding.
So you would get that response finally of we're going to Wormslow.
Oh. Mind taking me to Wormslow?
I don't want to fucking go all the way back there. Can't they meet you
Drop me
somewhere?
off near it.
I'm not just gonna pull up to 120 and kick you. Actually, I really want to do that.
Kick me out. It'll hurt good.
Where are they right now?
I don't know. She'll reach out and where are you all right now?
I'm gonna teach you a little something, you fucking Gen Z kids. It's a phone.
I can't call all four of them.
Call one of them, you jackass.
I don't know who will pick up. I'll call Artem.
Yeah.
Hey, where's is everyone meeting up? somewhere else? Where are y'all right now?
We're still at the track.
Am I allowed to go? Oh, you're still at the track.
I think so.
Should I come back to the track?
Yeah, if you want to ride back. Go
Yeah.
call Cora or Poppy. I'm going somewhere else.
Oh, cool. Thanks. And she'll hang up and be like, he definitely is just not wanting to see me. She'll try calling Cora.
Okay. Cora's driving. Does this Z's from like 2009? Does it have Bluetooth?
Oh, it was a late model, so it's
Yeah, 2009 is the last possible.
The other thing I'll tell you, it's only a two-seater.
It is a coupe. I know that. So in
It's a
any case,
trunk. I will say that.
I will answer, despite usually being hands-free. Pronto. Which, well, I mean, you don't know what it means.
Hello?
Tabby.
Oh, it is you. Okay. Where is everyone right now? Do you know? Apparently no one's gone back to the cottage.
Poppy and I are on our way home right now.
Oh, you are?
Hmm?
Is Winslow the cottage?
Wormslow.
Wormslow.
The cottage is at Wormslow.
I see. Are you close to... Where are we, Lila?
Doesn't matter.
Are you close to this location? Can we meet up? Lila doesn't want to take me all the way back home.
Oh, we're in a coupe, so unless you want to ride in the trunk, there's no room.
I can ride in the trunk.
Are you serious right now?
Were you not? I mean, I don't mind.
Forrest's gonna go, go like this and look at Poppy.
Is that Tabby? It's straight up Tabby. The trunk.
Tabby. You could hear this for
For
sure.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, the trunk works.
If you have any other way, you should do that first.
I don't think I'm gonna get another way. I'll take the trunk.
All right, on our way.
Thank you. See you soon.
She would have
I don't think
switched
she even
that
wanted me in the
over
trunk.
to speaker for that part.
Poppy is just giggling. Like, that is so fucking funny to her.
Without looking at Lila. I gotta ride.
Oh, okay. So, why are you riding in the trunk?
They didn't have other space. She was like, you should try asking someone else. And I think that was her way of saying, we don't want to take you. So she offered away and I'll take away.
What happened to...
Look, tonight's ass. I'll take away to get home. I mean, the clothing's been very nice and the hangout with you has been super cool. There's just been a lot of other bad, not fun stuff.
What happened to the one that had, was it the Rover?
Was that Kate?
I
I don't know cars. I think that should be obvious.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
No.
Okay. We're going to go to the side of a road. I'm going to send them a ping. They're going to figure it the fuck out from there.
Cool.
Okay.
I guess if you're leaving me on the side of the road, you should find a bush so that every car passing by doesn't see a vamp trying to hail a taxi.
Yeah, you're trying to prey on my empathies, I have none.
I'm not. What did you think I should be doing something else? I'm pathetic, Lila. I don't. This is what I've got to offer at this moment. We're working on improving, but we're being honest with ourselves of what the prospects are of now. I'm gonna wait by the road and get in a trunk and ride home, and tomorrow will be better.
Well,
And again, thank you very much for everything you've done for me tonight.
oh, I think tomorrow night you're going to the Warrens. You need to be around your kind a little bit. We need to iron out some of that shit.
Mm,
We need to show you a few who are much, much more pathetic, give you some real perspective on some shit.
okay.
And you need to see what you could be if you figure your shit out.
I'm sitting next to it. I don't think I'll be like that, but
Oh, well. And she flips hair that she doesn't have.
I've been in close proximity to what I imagine is one of the higher ups of what I could be like. Quotes.
Hey, aim high, kid.
I'm,
But you know what
I'm
they say.
trying.
You know, if you aim for the
I'm a
moon...
short girl. I can't hit very
Yeah.
high.
So, that whole thing about aim for the moon, even if you miss, you're among the stars. You know what? The moon's fucking large, so if you miss it, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, and if you miss the moon, you could be like many light years before you hit the stars. Like, those are freaking far.
Okay, I'm not going to get into gravitational dynamics for a fucking metaphor. I'm going to try to slow down. I can't promise I'm going to slow down.
Cool.
And
Slow down
she
like
peels
the
off.
car? Oh. I'll get ready to jump.
Tuck and roll, bitch.
Tuck and roll. Do you got like a towel or something? This is gonna hurt like hell.
We're going to zoom out from that. At some point, you are going to get a location ping off of Tabby in the group chat. Do you go to it?
I can navigate if you want.
Could you please?
Yeah.
It'll be actually near that overpass where Tabby fed. So it's at least marginally on the way home. You were going to have to pass through there anyways. I will say that Lila, for all of her ball-busting behavior, does in fact slow down. She does pull into the brush. And she doesn't leave you. She is going to wait to see that you actually get into another car.
Thank you. Very much.
Okay, so you know what you're going to do for me for the next week or so, right?
Help you steal shit. I think you said that before. Cool.
Or fix it. Do I really got to say the whole fucking thing?
I thought you said or. I thought you were about to propose something else. Yeah, for fixing your car.
Yeah, okay. So you keep that shit in mind. And then we're gonna go on a little spree. For shopping spree, crime spree. It's gonna be like we're both Harlequin.
Nice.
And she'll
Do
see.
you get with plants at all?
Oh, I got someone downstairs to introduce you to.
Oh, that was just if there's one of us being poison ivy, but I'm not.
I said we're both gonna be
Listen.
Harley Quinn.
I know. I was.
Get the fuck out of my car.
Let me improvise with our dynamics. And she's going to get out the car.
Not your speed, kid.
She's gonna just wait in the shadows of the bushes,
Uh,
being very still.
Mhm. So the taillights of your car have pulled up at this point.
As we were driving, could
Mhm.
I speak to Poppy briefly
Mhm.
before we arrive? Right. Um, so how was your ride with Kate earlier?
Oh, it was nice. It was nice. She's like very reserved as a person, but I don't know. She's easy to talk to, I find. I enjoy her. I think we're going to be good friends.
Oh, that's good. I hope I get the chance to speak to her for a while too.
Yeah.
We've all been here one night, so.
I know, it feels like so much has happened already. And I'm like, how many sleeps have I had in Savannah? Very few.
And Cora's going to be enjoying the acceleration of this vehicle as well as we're in motion. But
I think Poppy might let out a woo if at any point you are playing around with the showtime of the car.
excellent, yes. I guess. Well, I'm glad that it sounds like she can lighten up a bit underneath her exterior.
Yeah, I think so. Though, I mean, it does sound like she's kind of like a boss babe. So hopefully
nothing
like
wrong with
on
that.
the weekends. No, nothing wrong with that at all. It's just sometimes people have a hard time turning that off,
Don't I know it?
Yeah. Are you like that? Do you get kind of focused on like one goal or achievement and then just like can't you have like blinders on?
I don't. At one point, yes, I was.
An ambitious era.
I left that in the past, though.
Got it. Yeah, I can't really relate to that, but I'm like very impressed by people that have that trait.
So,
think
I mean,
it's-
it seems like you're getting yourself set up here pretty well. You've already gotten prospects with Titus, so.
Yeah. He actually gave me some really thoughtful notes on my drawings, and it was kind of a rough sketch, but it felt like he kind of understood what I was talking about, which is very helpful in any sort of collaboration. I think after last night, and all of the kind of bloodshed and violence, I'm very shocked by how kind people are today. Like I feel like I'm getting whiplash.
It is a different dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah. It'll be an interesting tightrope.
Right. I think we're just about there.
Poppy's like looking out the window like,
If
I don't
this
see her.
is the place,
Oh.
going to the underpass is like.
So you're
Did
a
the
little
GPS ping correctly?
you're a little further beyond the overpass rather than stopping right at it, which would draw some attention.
Right.
As your taillights become visible, Tabby, do you send them a message or anything? Since you're in the bushes?
Yeah.
Do you send them like a little like
Yeah.
please open the trunk?
Yeah. I'll come park here. I'll come tap on the trunk.
Very sneaky.
All right. Cora will listen to the instructions from the group text as related by Poppy. And
I'll act
park
it
the
out.
car.
You'll before long see Tabby not like slinking, but like kind of head down as if it were raining outside.
Cora's gonna preemptively pop the trunk too from inside.
And then she'll just wait from the back, crawl immediately to the trunk and close it. And then you'll get a text saying ready to go.
Poppy will text back, "This is unhinged. I hope you're okay."
No, the trunk was very hinged. That's how it works.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Thanks
don't know
for the
cars.
pickup.
First time I've done
react.
people smuggling.
Yeah.
Of course, gonna start driving.
Tabby's just curled up in the trunk.
Can you hear me back there?
You probably can't.
Oh, okay.
You hear like some muffled response.
Amazing. Poppy will give up.
Firewall would actually be fairly sufficient for one of those, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Got
You
it.
get a text saying what?
Poppy says, "NVM, talk to you at the cottage."
Okay.
So we're going to do 2 things in rapid succession because we will want to go on break soon. Poppy, Cora, Tabby. In relatively short order, because you're not that far away, and you're maybe giving it just a little more gas because you actually can, and this thing hits speeds quicker than the robot.
Oh, you know it. You read Cora's mind.
And you're able to get to the front gate of Wormslow. Like your first night there are individuals at the gate who are holding out a hand for you to stop. Another individual is giving a visual inspection. He's not looking at the car. He's looking at you.
Yeah, Cora will roll down her window and just say, I forgot my ID.
Mhm. Do you tell them that you have someone in the trunk?
That's probably a good idea.
Mm.
I have an extra passenger.
Open the trunk, please.
Like,
He's going to very quickly open it. He's going to look down at Tabby. Tabby, do you react?
Oh yeah.
And how do you react?
Probably she assumed that that we had reached the destination. So she probably, as soon as the trunk was open, she probably like at least started to shift as if to leave.
As soon
And
as
then
you try to move in any way that is not a gentle waft, you would feel the muzzle of a pistol against your head.
I could see this in the mirror, right?
Hmm?
Not that kind of a passenger, sorry.
Stay in the trunk. Stop at the main house first. This will be called in.
I'm Tabby. I'm supposed to be going. This is home. I'm not being kidnapped, I don't think.
Clunk.
And then he hears from the trunk, maybe I am.
Cora's gonna look to Poppy.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
called in? What does that mean? I'm sorry. We're new.
Go to the house. And you're being waved in through the gate.
Fucking
That's-
bureaucratic bullshit.
What was that?
Poppy texts back. Allegedly, we are being called in. Going to the house.
I assume you
Shades
drive
of
up to the door.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Mm.
Shades of the tension that you mentioned earlier.
No kidding.
So you drive down the road up to the main house of Wormslow. Outside on the front steps, just a step or two beyond the porch, you recognize the same thick-necked head of security. And sitting next to him is the familiar face of Mr. Atherton. His hands are clasped behind his back, while the head of security looks professionally nonplussed. That's what his face looked like the first time you saw him. Atherton looks neutral, but still in that polite guise. Do you get out of the car?
I'm gonna kind of size up their behavior
Mhm.
and see if that's an appropriate thing to do, or if this is a, hands where you could see them sort of situation.
He's the only security guard that you can see. He doesn't seem like he's reaching for a weapon. It's very much the clasp the wrist in front of the body, just being the stoic observer. But Atherton just walk down towards where the car is, but in a unhurried trot. And there's a little
Just gonna unbuckle herself and step out of the car.
Poppy will do the same.
now.
And we'll
And
open the trunk, maybe.
yeah, as
Yeah.
as I'm standing, I'll reach down near the for the latch and undo the trunk before closing the driver's door.
I will say also, every car, at least in North America, since the early 80s, maybe even the late 70s, has a built-in tag for this immediate purpose. So Tabby could let herself out if she wanted. However, last time she got out uninvited,
Yes,
there was a
the
reaction.
trunk is going to open. She will turn to face the opening, but she's not going to immediately get out. She's just rolled in the back. Just
Atherton's going to stop where he is. He'll crane his neck around the car, but he's not walking towards the trunk. Just, Ms. Morn, you could get him out and join us, please.
she will gingerly step out and looking around, make sure no one points a gun at her.
There are no weapons drawn by anyone, and Atherton is once again clasping his wrist behind his back. I do apologize. They are quite jumpy at the gate.
Understandably.
We have had attempts of incursions before, so people just jumping out of the trunk does tend to put them on edge.
Sorry. That I assumed I was doing something wrong. I didn't.
In a way you were, but not in a malicious manner, though I would consider next time you come up to the gate, you do so a little more honestly.
Was there room in the car?
Well,
No, unfortunately.
so here's my dilemma. Where is the car that I lent you for the evening?
Well,
I
sir.
believe... Oh, you go.
No, it's fine, Poppy.
I believe Miss Violante had the keys, so you are responsible for the vehicle. So where is it?
Artem and Chris needed it to go to where at least Chris is staying for the night, maybe the both of them.
Ah, I see. Well, that does correct things a great deal.
This was something I worked out with Titus.
Oh, you won at the races. Good for you.
She was amazing.
Oh, of that I have no doubt. Though something to consider for next time. If a car is lent to you or other such commodity, it might behoove you to stay responsible for it for the evening. Though I understand they would have to return to Mr. Burles. Just something to consider next time.
Of course, I'll think twice before I lend out something that was already lent to me.
However, no harm, no foul, since it was Mr. Burroughs that requested the use of the car anyways. Seems somewhat fitting that it ends up in his periphery, don't you? Though. He's gonna look over at Tabby. I would have given someone else's left arm to see old Julius's face when you tried to jump out of the car. Now, while perceptions get a bit murky at the gate, and most passers-by won't even notice it, don't tempt fate by being the Nosferatu standing on the side of a major artery. I assume that was the other half of this man's concern.
What?
Don't get the fuck out of the car.
Oh, I wasn't. I thought I was being let out. It was not communicated that we were. She like pulls out her phone. It wasn't. I wasn't made aware that we were stopping anywhere before home, so I just assumed that the trunk opening was destination.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah. You've been through that front gate before. You did see that there was security.
I did. I forgot.
Well, hopefully this will keep you from forgetting in the future. Now, while I do apologize for a little almost dust up, I hope you understand the reasons behind it.
Of course.
Consider this a collective oopsie, but don't make it a pattern.
Lessons learned will tighten our corners.
Very good then. I take it you will all be staying at the cottage tonight then.
That's our intent.
Well, I don't have to drive you down there myself this time. So I guess I will retire for the evening. Is there anything else that you need to discuss perhaps tomorrow night? Is there anyone that you need to get a hold of that was not already inputted into your phones?
Let's see.
Open my phone.
No,
real
I
quick.
think I
Look.
got all the immediates. Thank you, sir.
Mhm. Have yourselves a
I'll have
good
to fix it
night.
later.
Drive safe now.
Thank you, Mr. Atherton.
Do you get back in the car?
I
Abby,
imagine
assume you
it's
get
not
back in the
within
trunk.
walking distance from here.
Nope. Well, anywhere is walking distance if you have the time, but if you want to be there before sunrise, you'll...
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How about this, Tabby? I'll leave the trunk open and you can sit up. Just to
Cool.
hold
Or-
on.
Or we could
I can
swap.
No.
I feel bad. I
That-
left you literally totally in the dark.
That's all right. That's sweet of you. I'll take the. You can close the. Wait. And she's gonna go back and see that there actually is a way to open it from the back. Ah, shit. I'll take the trunk. Might as well finish it up. It's not that much. Just shoot me a text if we're at the place or otherwise.
Yep.
Thank you. And thank you for the offer, Poppy. She's gonna go back to the trunk and close it on her.
Oh, no.
The trunk of shame. All right, so you're going to head on down to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since you already had a bit of dialogue, did you guys have any kind of terse look between the two of you as you're driving, or...
Oh, Poppy's so annoyed. She's like not hiding it at all. And she like looks over to Cora and it's like, just like when you're scolded in kindergarten. It's so annoying.
Whereas Cora's thinking about how she got this wrong and how they are simple things that she should have been thinking about. Because, no, I should have corrected for this. All of this is basic.
I don't know.
Tabby hears mumbling up front and assumes that at least some of it is at her expense.
No!
Oh no!
Straight to Nosfera therapy for you!
Roll for anxiety.
Oh,
What do I roll for that?
You don't. It just gets faster.
I hope it's not based off my appearance.
no.
The worst
That's
part
it.
is Schrodinger's appearance. You don't know. You get to the cottage. There's no one and nothing in sight but the house. This time we're able to get out without incident. So you can go back inside. Now, to get to the last scene before we go on break, we're just going to say that you power down for the night, and you can have a conversation in the next evening, if that's all right. Artem and Chris.
Oh boy.
Mhm. It's not that long of a drive for you either. Though you get the impression she's giving you wrong directions at times. Just to either A, be a little shit, or maybe just to prolong the joyride a little bit longer. To delay having to go back home. You get the impression, at least, it's the first time she's had actual fun in a while. So do you play along with the little game, or do you get kind of begrudgingly pissed off?
No, he'll like pretend to get pissed off. But it's just like, oh, you got me again. Oh no.
I think after a while that takes the fun out of it for her. She just, and she just starts to point you in the correct direction. You do go through.
You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah. Someone's clearly played Knifey Spoony before. You are driving through a series of residential neighborhoods. Not the kind of place that you would expect Alden to live. There's too much. There's a fair amount of greenery and foliage, but it's still residential. Knowing what you know of at least your sire and the one that you, in a way, grew up with, open land seems to be the desire. She tells you to slow down. And
Slow down.
you turn off to the right onto a grassy, overgrown street would be the wrong word for it. It seems like it's forgotten. After a moment, it gives way to an older road, overgrown still, like grass has grown through it. And weeds and everything else. But you're getting water on either side of you. With some foliage dappling in between. You're approaching what seems to be an island connected by a road. Small. And you have that little hitch of broken tarmac hitting dirt and gravel and brush. As you have to negotiate around trees. And you start to see a few that are down. Some that are more recent, some that have been down for a very long time. some rotting, some that look like they're in the process of being cleared, but it does seem like it's a lot of work. You get up to an older white house, or at least it should be white. Weather beaten, chipped. Some of the windows are cracked. Trees are down nearby. Overgrown. And Alden is walking out the door. Not wearing a suit jacket, but he is wearing the vest. And he's checking the pocket watch attached to it.
What time is it?
Not late enough to be concerning. You're not cutting it close. It's more a case of maybe idle curiosities. Like, what time is it? It's after 3 a.m. Do you know where your fledglings are?
He does.
You pull up to a stop, I assume?
Mhm.
You see the state of the house is it's still standing. There's nothing going through it, like a tree that's landed on it. But it clearly needs some work. The grounds need some work. And while you have seen some evidence of that being tended to, now that you're here, it feels like a larger plot of land than maybe it looked like at first. That it's a lot of work.
Oh, shit. Sort of looks at Chris. Ready?
She gets out.
Artem also gets out.
He's looking at the car.
I think I have Atherton in my phone. So I'm just going to text him, have car back tomorrow.
You're just going to get back a very simple understood. But this is before you're getting out of the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is good because the first question that Alden was going to ask is, does Alden know, or does Atherton know where his car is?
He does. I just told him.
Oh, that'll be a fun conversation for at least one of you tomorrow.
This
He
is the
looks
place,
over.
huh? Oh.
It has seen better days, but it's withstood conquest, fire, and storm. Been here longer than I have.
Did you take it from someone?
At that, he does very broadly grin.
A nice place.
Hard one. This is going to be the other half of your rent. We'll deal with that soon enough. How was the first half? He's going to look over at Chris, who's walking right by the both of you, grumbling as she goes into the house, presumably up to her room. And now he's looking at you.
I assume she's always like that.
Some days better than others. But that's an interesting tone on her. Usually that's the sound someone makes when they've been having fun and been made to stop.
Yeah, I think we had a good time.
Hmm.
The others are more fun than I am, I think.
He's going to start to walk you around the property a little bit, trying to enjoy the night air. So tell me about it. How did it go?
I mean, I have had much more difficult jobs. She was fine. She's kind of pissed off and angsty. How old is she?
He's going to answer that by putting his hand against a broken tree, and it looks not fresh, but not multiple years old either. She's about that old.
Hmm.
Storm ran through a few years ago. One of the worst ones we've seen in a while. She was dying. So I had a choice.
My own experience was not so different, I think.
Hmm. Knowing what I know of her. Makes sense. But the details are always a little different. So what happened?
To me? Uh, Somehow I think she knew about me before, but I was at the end of my life. I was about to die. She decided that it was worth it to keep me living. She tested me after I was still human for about a month, 2 months. I had to show her that I could fend for myself, I suppose. And I think it was winter was about to start, and she decided I had passed.
Hmm. Very often, when you run into other gangrel in the wild. Common question is, how many seasons? Good to know you have at least a few under your belt. But important to remember, not many. So,
Oh, go ahead.
understanding both of your charges now, it's too late to change your mind on what you've already agreed to. But are you feeling confident about your choice? False choice, but a choice.
If she's like that every time, it will be fine. Might even get a smile out of her one of these nights. This is going to take some time.
He's going to turn around now that you've walked a bit of a ways from the house. He's going to sweep his gaze over the landscape, the house. There's something a little wistful about it. I would like to see it return to a state of majesty. While I've been working at it myself, I'm only one man, and county needs governance more than it needs landscaping. So it would ease my mind to know that someone is chipping away at this when I'm busy, which is always.
I can chip.
Good.
Just have to figure out how to balance that and that.
You understand that we're creatures not entirely bound by the idea of time, yes?
Yeah. It's been weird coming back here to a more, I don't know, civilized place where people have clocks and shit. I'd forgotten about some of that.
Depends what you consider civilized. Out there or here. But it is getting late. So are you going to walk the grounds? Take stock of what's here? You're going to provide a list of what you're going to need to start working. I do not have the insane expectation that this is going to be fixed within days, weeks, or even months. This is a long-term project. I also do not expect it to be your only project, but it will be a priority. On top of the other one.
I'm guessing she won't be able to help very much. Or willing, rather.
Oh, she does on occasion. Especially when she needs to work off a bit of energy. or when I need her to do something a little more productive. Labor is character building.
We're building plenty of character.
Hmm.
Should I start with the house, or is there something else you would point me to first?
Walk the grounds and figure that out for yourself.
Hmm.
I'm to give you a task. You're to figure out how it gets done.
Sure.
I'm not here to micromanage. Although on occasion I may need to micromanage with her. Tell me, did you try to take your head off?
Not tonight.
Anyone else?
We had a little bit of claws out, but it was just a moment.
Where?
The car. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's contained then. What happened?
I think we were. Someone was fucking with her. Maybe it was me. Took exception to something specific. I don't really know what.
Ah.
Probably needs a little bit more ribbing, that one.
Truth of the matter is, most of it comes down to socializing. Look at me closely, Artem. I will be pointing out to the player how monstrous he looks. Even if I could pass in society as anything other than a monster, you really think I want to go to any of the places she wants to go?
I imagine they're all a bit loud for you.
You have no idea.
I might have some.
Well, she does have a few people that occasionally I will allow her to venture off with. It's brief. But if she could have a few more extended outings, you burn off a little bit of that angst you were mentioning.
Nothing wrong with a bit of mandatory fun.
For her, it might be. For you, less fun. Because you have to be paying attention. Tell me, were you paying attention the whole night? Or did you take your eyes off of her?
I was paying attention for like 95% of the night. We'll keep it at a sweet 99 for the rest.
None of you can see Sam's face right now. There's a... That's a nervous man over there. And what was going on in that 5%, Artem?
I had to find some privacy so that I could feed.
And where was she?
She was in the bar with the rest of them.
So not entirely unattended is what you're saying to me.
No.
Let's keep it that way. I have a lot of land, and no one will miss you. And there are a few people in this county that are allowed to make a threat, let alone follow through on it. Are we clear?
Crystal.
He's going to point you towards a smaller, ruined, somewhat more ramshackle guest house that's still probably more luxurious than the one you built yourself.
Slander.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
Oh, it was way better looking than that. Come on.
Not the way we described it, but all right. I wouldn't exactly call that sun tight. So you may want to start digging in the ground when you get in.
Just like old times.
Oh, good to see that the city hasn't civilized you that quickly.
Unlikely.
And he leaves it at that. Then he heads back up to his house.
Should I do my survey now, or do we want to wait till after break?
That'll be a next day problem. And you're going to want to start powering down because that's going to be for everyone. And we're going to go on a bit of a late break. We're going to make it quick, though, if we can. All right. See you, everyone, in a few minutes. Welcome back. It's about time that our Neonates start up a brand new night, finally. And if I remember correctly, this would be the Friday of the first week of August, unless someone can correct me on that.
I believe
August 2nd.
we
Friday.
also lose a point of blood just from waking up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that housekeeping.
Speaking of housekeeping, did anyone spend willpower the previous night? So you have... So Artem, Cora, did Tabby, I thought? Yes or no?
I don't think Tabby did. There was the opportunity for it.
I think you spent a blood.
Definitely spent blood. I'm
Okay.
down 2 blood.
So, you tell me if the events of the night made you feel like you were accomplished. That you did something that spoke to who this character is.
Fantastically so for Cora.
Okay. So I will let you reclaim one of your temporaries. So this is the trade-off. It's not a like D&D where you regain them all in one long rest. It's there has to be, because they're so easy to spend and they're so powerful, they have to be harder to reclaim. So Artem, can you make the argument to me that he did what he was supposed to? Or felt like he did something that was intrinsically him? Did he stay true to who he is? That he accomplished something? Or does he feel good about some of the new things that he was trying? Does it feel like it rejuvenated him?
I don't know. I feel like maybe not, unless we want to count getting back with Chris in one piece. He was thinking that was going to be a lot harder than it was.
Hmm. He had a good night at the bar. He got a number there.
That's true. You got two numbers.
He got two numbers. He got to pose for pictures. He got treated like a piece of meat in one way or another.
A lot of meat.
Mm. It's gonna be the one where it is. And I would say that he did fairly well for himself in a lot of ways. So he gets to reclaim that temporary.
Reclaimed.
You're still each down a dot of blood for waking up. There's also the fact that some of you, if you do not have the merit, I believe, blush of life or blush of health, I can't remember what it's called now. Unless you have that and you want to look and feel like a human person, you're spending another point of blood.
Just to wake up?
So you have the point to wake up. The spending blood to look and feel more human doesn't really apply to you. So you're fine. Yeah, no amount of blush in the cheek is going to make
I'm
that.
alive.
Yeah, that's not going to help anybody.
Is that something I can wait and spend, like if I were to go be around people?
You can, but considering you're about to leave your house, probably. Actually, we're going to be picking up with you. What are your plans for the evening?
Have I heard back from Edward yet?
We'll say that you're just waking up, so you're not exactly his top priority at sundown.
Hmm.
So you got a few minutes to get yourself in order to figure out where else you want to apply yourself.
Hmm. I am supposed to be hearing back from a few people,
Mhm.
but I also was invited back to Repeal 33 this following night.
Invited is a strong word.
Well, yeah.
Suggested you come to the bar to spend more money would be the more appropriate way of putting that. Is that where you want to go first? Or do you want to handle business?
I'd rather do business first.
Okay. So I presume then you're getting some manner of dressed up. Maybe not dress, but
Hmm. Not like
Okay.
hunting garb, but
Mhm.
nice.
Okay. So tell me who you were expecting messages from. It was Innsbruck, Edward.
Mhm.
Who else?
I think Redgrave said she was going to reach out again at some point, though I don't know if that was going to be like an immediate thing or in a couple of days' time.
Because you wanted her to get Ludlow to message you or to have some kind of communication facilitated there, right?
A couple of, and she said that I might be asked to show up places.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So while you're getting sorted to begin your evening in anticipation of meeting peers, you get a text from Edward and it says, within the hour, meet me here. And you get a location ping on your phone. And nothing about it really stands out. It seems like somewhere more in the heart of the city, but it's not at a particular business or residence as much as it's just another building. There's lots of businesses nearby. Some of them are um, higher end, some of them are just lower end bars. It just sort of seems just a street, nothing that stands out. But you also get a number for the door itself. Because a location ping doesn't tell you anything but where to take the car. So I presume you go and deal with that 1st.
Mhm.
Okay. Because you're pretty close to that part of town ultimately, you're there within. Actually, here's the question. Do you go off immediately or do you try to make it seem like you're not too eager?
I'll wait a few minutes.
Okay. But you're also not going to arrive later than what was said.
Hmm.
You're going to try and do the.
Punctuality is the mark of a Ventrue.
Their 15 minutes early is still considered late in a lot of venturisms. So
Fashionably late is a term invented by the Toreador.
I wish we had Sam Cam up for that right now because that was a fantastic reaction
Oh,
of
I
just
missed
oh
it.
face. So as you pull up to the building, you see the number on the door that you are tasked with. It's a quick flight of stairs up a stoop. Older her, probably a brownstone, but in a very southern style. Do you knock? Do you ring the bell?
Yeah, I'll knock.
Takes a moment, but you do hear steps, the slide of metal, and that sense of a presence on the other side of the door as they're peering through a peephole. And then finally the door opens. Miss Fulton, please come in.
And I'll follow him inside.
Closed, locked, but not in a suspicious fashion, just it seems very matter of course.
Hmm.
And inside is uh, a mix between Mob Boss Lounge from the late 60s. Very gangster #1 if anyone's ever seen that movie. And a print shop. You see some of the same accoutrements he had at his workshop at Wormslow, but much more in depth. Different machines for different purposes. Some of them are for printing. Some of them are for perhaps augmenting some tech. And one of the workspaces, as he's walking you through, you know Lila probably spends some of her time there. He's taking you over to one of the couches, and he's going to let you sit there for a moment. He's walking into the equivalent of a back room because it seems like a refurbished house.
Hmm.
Maybe this was a kitchen at some point that he's walking into, but he probably is using it for storage. And he walks back out with a box that is the size of a cell phone, very much like the ones that you got the night before. So, tell me, how bad was it?
stepped on it.
Oof.
It was quickly after I realized how unfortunate my mistake was breaking that particular phone.
Hmm. Fair. I know her settings. And he's opening it up and he's setting it up a little bit, sitting down, not next to you, but within conversational proximity. If it's sort of a pit couch, you're on one side and it's sort of an L bracket 90 degrees to him. So you're quite close by. How are you finding things?
The racetrack was interesting.
Oh, you ended up going.
Yeah, apparently it was the team thing to do.
Team.
What was I going to do? Sit at my house all alone?
Looks around his place and goes, sometimes.
Are you? Are we part of the same family?
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to ask. Yes.
Well, Lila was the chatty one last night, so.
That's the reason why I keep her in my employ, is that exact reason. She's a good deflector, whether she realizes it or not. And even if she does, I don't think she cares. So now that we more formally understand each other, how's it really going? And he's talking to you. He's working the phone to sort of save Belle some time and headache.
Feels like I've had about 100 people ask me what I'm going to do. I want to just say I'm working on it.
And as much as you want to say that, you know it will never satisfy.
No. The privilege of being born into a position back in DC and having to figure it out for my own here.
What do you think of what I do?
It's interesting. And you certainly get to know a lot about a lot of people.
And all their numbers? Preferences? He's holding up Belle's new phone as of telegraphing that.
I don't know if I'm very technically inclined, but I am good at logistics, organization.
That's half the business. Most of those skills will translate to anything that the Blue Bloods do in this or any other city. Highly transferable skills.
Met Redgrave last night. She named off a couple of options.
Any stand out?
I don't know, the logistics side of Halsey's company could be interesting. And I was also warned I might just be asked to go and do at any time.
That will last until you find yourself something stable. Once you're actually in a role, something that is defined, there'll be a bit more of a decorum around respecting not autonomy, but the fact that you are going to be busy as well. You're still expected to be part of the machine, but more of an understanding of you're playing your part already. To a point. How do you intend to pay for this?
So mechanically, I have
Mhm.
got 3 points in resources. So I imagine I had quite a bit of a nest egg saved up
Mhm.
to transfer with me.
So above the table, we can either make this just like a quick bank transfer, or he's got one of those square things you plug into a phone that you can swipe a card through if you want to play that card.
Hmm.
So it's more a case of, did you bring cash? Did
Oh.
you are you writing a check? Like what is it that Kate would do here?
Um, we'll do like an app transfer.
Okay. He's going to walk you through that in a way that is more secure,
Hmm.
as if the phones are quite secure, but because you are a blue blood, he's going to walk you through a few extra steps to be just a little more careful about it. So we won't go into the exact cost. It's kind of immaterial. Well, you should let Belle know that this is taken care of and give her my regards.
Will do.
Feel free to ask a question if you have an issue about anything. Halsey and Redgrave have eyes pretty well everywhere. They're not the only ones.
I think I'm mostly ready to just figure out where I fit in here.
I can help with that too. But in your own time.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you out.
And as I'm walking out, I'll go ahead and text Belle that I've got her phone.
Mhm. Quickly, you get a message. Can you meet me somewhere?
You got a preference?
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Nothing. Where do you prefer? That's what she sends back eventually.
I think there's another bar on the list that I sent you. It's like an alley something. It's in like the Northern Historic District in that same region, but it's not one that of the two that Kate's been to so far. But I think it's supposed to be another like lower. It's not the
Alloy
dive.
Cat Lounge.
Yes.
I think you guys,
Classy 1870s hidden gem.
did you guys not walk by that on the way to Chuck's Bar?
We may have, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think so.
it's the western side of the of River Street, I believe.
Yeah.
Mhm. So you want to meet Belle down at River Street on a Friday night in August.
Good point. I don't know the city yet.
Mhm. I'll say as you're going back and forth, um, or there's a pause as you're trying to think of exactly where.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to send you a ping for what looks like a strip mall parking lot, a little outside the main drags of the city, so it'll be a little quieter. Probably all the things are closed or about to be. Do you agree to that, or
Yeah, we'll meet her there.
okay? As you get in your car to head off to that, I'm going to pull the camera back from you for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Let's check in on the trio for a bit. Cora, Poppy, Tara. You're at the cottage again.
Uh,
In your rooms where you have the big sliding deadbolt. Eventually, one way or another, you do make your way downstairs to the main room. How you doing?
Good evening, everybody.
You sleep okay?
Beautifully.
Good.
What about you?
Yeah. Very well. Very well. Tabby, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry about how last night went down. I've been thinking about it as I was going to bed, as I was waking up this morning. I feel really awful about it. I just wanted to say sorry and that I don't want it to happen again. Uh, you may be muted. You may still be muted.
I'm muted. I can't, but that's sorry. Uh,
We were just
and the,
talking over you,
we're,
ignoring you.
we're we're all, accept your apology. We're all good. Honestly, the only problem that I really felt was the gun pointed at my head. I mean, being in the
Unhinged.
trunk was fine. So I, I imagine, and it is not the first time I've been in such kind of storage for transportation. I imagine it won't be the last. Tis
Really?
tis my lot. Uh,
You've been in storage before?
yeah. Have you never once?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I had to
Well,
travel long distance. Well,
I mean, mostly it's just due to can't have just anyone cracking open a box or opening up a door and seeing this. So we do what we can. So trunk was fine. It was just circumstance. I do have a question. I've been wondering about something for most of the last day. Uh, Everyone saw the race, right? Not chorus. I actually didn't see that, but I hear you were great.
thank you. Um, I'm the only race that I saw that night.
Yeah. I didn't see another race.
Point of order. Some of you saw a race.
Only Artem was the one that noticed it.
Okay.
Artem's the only one.
Well, to be fair, the height gave him an advantage.
That's true.
Okay, just wanted to be
He's
sure.
like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Tabby kind of looks back and forth between both you. Really?
Yes.
If you hear about it, it was real bad. I still haven't finished.
I see. Well, good thing I didn't see it then. I won't say
Uh,
anything.
when one starts off at the bottom, as I have before and have been a few times, it's plenty of room for improvement, and we are going to do better. The It wasn't my expertise. Not that I necessarily am an expert at anything, but last night was a wide range of doing fun, amazing stuff, and feeling alive and feeling like me and capable, and catastrophic, horrible embarrassment. So it was just all over the place. And I really don't know how to process everything that happened yesterday. But we are going to, and we are going to keep going. I do have some fun prospects for the future. Do have some things I want to work on. The things that I want to be good at do not involve cars, so that's good for me.
Well, that's the spirit.
Did y'all have a good time? We were most barely together at all last night.
I know. I went dancing. It was very fun. Hung out with Chris and Artem, who they turn out to be like proper party people. It was great.
I don't know
And
Chris.
oh, so Chris is this well, she's like Artem, and she's a little impulsive, perhaps, as a person, and Artem is kind of in charge of her, it seems, like his boss, um what's his name, Alden, has assigned her to Artem. So essentially he's on this like babysitting duty situation, which like
Oh
would
God.
be a total bummer, right? Like, yeah, it would
I'm
suck.
real glad I didn't have that happen to me.
Yeah, same. I don't think I could handle that. But the good thing is she's when she's in certain scenarios is a lot of fun. Like, you just needed to get her on the dance floor and she was gonna, cut a rug. Um
I'm sad I missed that. But driving with her was fun. Apart from trying to run me through at the beginning of the night, I like her a lot.
She tried to kill
yeah.
you?
Only briefly, it was fine.
She's a little angry, I think, or quick to anger, I suppose.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, she ended up being kind of cool, which was good. We met a bodybuilder named Bobby, who's like Insta famous, which was very fun. Artem and I actually took some selfies. I should maybe check Instagram. Um, I guess it wasn't selfies. They were professional like photo shoots that we were in. Man, we did a lot last
There
night.
was a lot going on last night.
Yeah.
Quit.
Um,
I don't have as many details, but basically drove around for a bit, had
mhm.
some fun feeding, got a wardrobe finally, though it of course is like fallen to ruin immediately. But we can always restore that. But
Mhm.
Lila's a blast
You got to
in
hang out with
positive and
Lila.
negative terms to be around.
Did she have anything to do with the race car situation?
She put me on the racetrack.
Ah, I don't know her, but it seems like her to do that.
So,
She
was
is,
it both you and Lila in the same car, or
yeah. No, I was racing against someone else, and the reason we were racing is because we were against some punk that we were going to steal his car, which we did anyway. Sold it for scrap. Super cool. But
That's
yeah, we
amazing.
left him like face down on the ground somewhere. He's fine. But took his car. That was one of the highlights of the night. But one of the low lights of the night was Lila set up this scheme to, hey, you beat us in a race, you get to sleep with both of us. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. And then
Oh,
I have never driven a race car, and I stalled out for most of the race. It was
oh
awful.
no.
the
Did you
poor
have to sleep
car?
with the person?
No, we ate him. Well, not entirely.
Got it.
Yeah, it ended up fine. I was ready to kill
I
him,
think
but
Cora wanted to add
Wait,
something
Cora
there.
was, yeah.
I mean, that was the remark. So the car's not okay anymore then?
uh, there's DM. We didn't see it get destroyed, right?
You did see a man who knew what Lila was pull panel off the car with its bare hands.
Oh,
The
that's right.
process was started.
At the very least, it's missing a door, but odds are it's yeah, car is totaled at this point, or at least torn apart.
Some of these kinds of people can be very touchy about their machines. It's one of their most prized possessions. You're not going to be in any danger from that, are you?
Well, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but if I would assume that Lila, of one of the people we were introduced to as someone who knew her stuff, seemed very confident, seemed very sure in her prospects. She had a guy that she took me to for having the card taken apart, and so it's not impossible that someone. Well, I know one person who'd be mad, but I don't. He definitely wasn't kindred, so
And
trying
the
to be.
car you stalled out, the transmission's all right.
Oh, she's pissed about that. Like I'm now on like repair duty
It
for a
was
week.
Lila's
Gotta
car.
It was Lila's car. I don't know why she didn't just drive, but I guess she wanted to see what I could do, which wasn't much. What I could do was damage her car. We didn't hit anything.
Oh, you literally just stalled.
it, it was a series of stalls. It was a spin out at one point.
God.
Like, car is still, from my stupid eyes, fine, but he's got all this tech built in, and like apparently, I imagine Cora would look at this thing and be aghast at what I've done to it, but pieces.
I'm not a great mechanic, and I'm sure Lila has her own contacts. But if she leaves it to you, and you need someone to take it to, I could take a look.
That's a good prospect. I will keep that in mind. I'll at least bring you up, since you, from what I heard, just are a decent racer more than I am. So I'll put your name in her awareness for whatever that's
I
worth.
had a better night, and I was one half of the equation that got a gun pointed at your head, so it's the least I could do.
Well, thank you. Other things that I imagine, I promised I'd be getting her parts for her car. I'm gonna be setting up some online stuff, and would love to contact some more people. One thing that I know I'm trying to do is what happened to Max. I want to avoid that. But I do want to be if someone came at me like Max and I didn't have a gun, I would like to be able to waste someone or at least defend myself. So I'm talking to some toughies. I know I'll probably be going to the Warrens pretty soon, which you guys, by the way, are not allowed to go. And that is for your own safety. That's not me saying you're not allowed. That's me letting you know that that is hostile ground as far as I'm aware.
So
But
this isn't a term I'm familiar with. The Warrens?
it's where folks like me typically all hunker down for the day and have most of our goings on whenever we're not above ground.
That explains why I never met any of you in Frankfurt.
I imagine we were around. I wasn't. But yeah, I know I'd like to hang out with you all more frequently. I certainly will have my list of chores that I got to do. And maybe for the next week, at least day, I might be occupied, but if y'all will have me and I can find a way to hide in more luggage so that I'm not a threat to y'all going about your business, would hate to miss out on more opportunities. I definitely would miss out on dance parties, but that's not really a loss for me.
Well, I definitely have to be a part of these dance parties too at some point. But I'm not going to be out on the town every night, so I'm sure we can link up.
By the way, I was told that in terms of like, at least to offer the same thing that you offered me, what I am good at is getting stuff. I don't have much stuff yet because new town, new nothing in my pockets me. But if you need stuff found out or you need someone who is confident to be roaming the streets, talking to toughs, I'm sure you can find more capable people, but I at least want to offer my own skill set to you. My prices would be fairly minimal. I just like to know stuff. So if you guys have info that you want to share but need info, we could do little trades.
I'll keep that in mind.
I like that.
Poppy, oh, you were just about to speak.
No,
Never mind.
you go, you go.
I was just going to ask what you're going to do with your night.
Poppy, her demeanor has shifted a little bit in the conversation, and it's like she's not trying to hide it or anything. But as soon as Tara, or not Tara, hey Tara, as soon as Tabby was talking about,
Cora's there, Poppy's there, and I'm
yeah, all of our alter egos in the same room. It's beautiful. But as soon as Tabby started talking about low-key her life being in danger potentially because of what she and Lila were doing, Poppy's kind of her sunny demeanor has kind of shifted a little bit. But the question kind of snaps her out of that. And she goes, "Oh, well, I might do a little bit of shopping. May need to do a little feeding. Nothing too crazy. Gonna try to keep it low key since last night was so big. But yeah, mostly just shopping at this point."
You get a text, Poppy.
Cool.
And it says, "I," with 12 lowercase i's, with the
I know who
name
it's
Nico.
With the name Nico. She picks up her phone and goes, "Oh, and I'm probably dealing with this now too." Nico just reached out. She texts back, "What's up?" question mark.
I want to show you the shop.
Excellent! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Whereabouts?
Where are you now?
At the cottage.
Meet me at the main house.
Thumbs up emoji. Well, it looks like I'm headed to the main house, actually, before I do any of that other stuff.
One of these nights you'll have to tell me how you and Nico go back anyway.
Oh, it's a ridiculous story. Involves lingerie. I'll just drop that there. And she'll start heading towards the door.
Well,
We're going to check back in with Kate, and then we'll get to Artem, and that'll probably close out the evening. Kate, you're able to get to that parking lot. Before you do, is there anything that you try and accomplish before then?
No, I'll go ahead there.
Okay. You find a How do I explain this? It's not a sports car in the traditional sense, at least not in an American sense. It's more like a starter sports car, something European, but not necessarily like the recognizable name brand. Like it's not like a Lambo or a Ferrari. It's more like an older off mainline Porsche. So people think of the 911 or Cayman or something like that. This is a 944, which they don't make anymore. Since I think the late 80s, early 90s. And it was more like it had the Porsche shape with a van engine. So it looks nice, but it's not exactly the most glamorous thing. But the headlights do roll up out of the body. So it's got the gimmick. And you see Belle leaning against the driver's side door, arms crossed, with an overcoat.
I'll park and get out.
Okay. She stands up straighter, starts straightening out the outfit, and there's a soft effort to steady the mind and just, hi, Kate.
Hey, Belle. Edward went ahead and set it up to how he said you like.
And you see some tension roll out of the shoulders. And before she says anything else, she does take the phone if it's being offered to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like this is very practice where she's hot swapping cards, data, making sure everything syncs up. And unlike before when she was switching to your burner phone, where she was having the frustration of setting things up in a way that she wasn't trying to throw it onto the tarmac, this is much more like getting into a warm bath psychologically for her.
Mm-hmm.
Just there's okay, that's one less thing. Thank you.
No problem. Sorry I broke the last one.
No, not the weirdest way I've met people. What are you up to with the rest of your night?
I don't know yet. Supposed to be hearing back from Innsbruck at some point, so that'll be both messy and interesting.
Oh. Have fun.
I think my clan is offering me jobs like shoes to try on to see what fits.
There's a moment where she stares off into the middle distance, but she's still present. The shoes you brought fit fine. Maybe it's just a different color.
That is a metaphor I'll have to ponder and
Metaphor?
unravel.
And for a moment, she... Oh, I did it again, didn't I? I'm sorry.
This one kind of made some sense. It's very poetic.
Well, you'd be the first.
Doubt that.
I have to get to work. Talk later.
Is it more racetrack?
It's racy.
Ah. You know what? Kate's not going to push for the interpretation of the word racy.
Mm.
She'll have like her brow will lift for a second, but unless like Belle offers, then she's not gonna be like,
I'll point out the imagery. She's wearing an overcoat and heels.
oh, okay.
Talk soon.
Yeah, you've got my number.
Hmm. And she's going to get in her car and drive off. And at this point, I do want to point out it definitely doesn't sound like the rumble of a classic Porsche. It sounds like a van starting up in a Porsche's body. And off she goes. And I assume you head off in your own direction, maybe a little aimlessly at first, since you don't quite know where you're going just yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm only down 1 point of blood, so it's not like I have to feed tonight.
Mm-hmm. So we'll check back in with you in a moment. Artem. You sleep in a bit late, as is your custom. When you do finally awake, you're in what would be considered a fairly old-fashioned looking bedroom. Much like a lot of the rooms at Wormslow in the main house, there's that half wood paneling of a wall and wallpaper, but this is starting to peel. No, I'm sorry, because you're not in the main house. You're in the shed, effectively.
Yep.
You're the get house. Did you go into the ground?
I did, yes.
Okay. So you are probably used to that at this point. I'm pretty sure the name bar would have been hiding you at that point, so.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I assume it's quite practiced. It's this autonomic dog shake as you crawl up and out, probably dusting yourself off. But the question is, were you wearing all your clothes? Some of them?
Probably just some of them.
Okay.
Nothing that's gonna like rip as he's doing this. He's done it enough times that he knows what that is.
Mm-hmm. You, I assume, eventually step outside. Yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You see Alden sitting on the steps of his house. Not on the porch, but the steps. With a book and reading glasses, which maybe on his monstrous face looks a little peculiar, maybe even a little ridiculous. It might make you wonder how someone like this even gets a prescription, or if he just said, go get reading glasses and bring them back and I'll see which ones work. But next to him is an old cup, no handle. It's almost like a bowl. That weird half step in between. And you see a bit of steam rising off of it.
Can I tell what's in it by the way that it smells?
I'm going to have you roll. Do you have heightened senses?
I don't think that I do.
Do you have aspects?
No.
Okay. In your merits and flaws, do you have acute sense?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to have you roll perception alertness at a 7.
Okay. That out, roll at a 7. We have got two successes.
Mhm.
One is a 10.
So roll that again.
Roll that again. That is a 9. Okay, so 3.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. It's a black tea. And you can see from where you're standing that it's not been sipped at. It's for seemingly just the smell, the proximity. But it smells strangely like a tea you would have grown up around. Maybe you weren't much of a tea drinker, but you would recognize how it would smell. It smells too much, maybe not quite like home, but similar.
Mhm. As he approaches, he'll nod at the tea and say, "That brings me back a bit."
He reaches down with his semi-permanently clawed hand, and he's going to hand it to you.
I'll take a sip.
It still tastes like Ash's battery acid, but does it? Does it?
Not if this merit has anything to say about it.
What is the merit show at the class?
It is called Eat Food,
Mm.
which I believe means that I can taste things.
It
Oh, I
should mean
still
that
have to
you're
throw them
holding
up.
it down, is primarily what it's for.
Okay.
What I typically allow people in my games is to decide the exact level of the curse in some places, that they might be able to get some notes of something, but it's always going to be muted. So I'm going to say that because you took the merit, that you put that cost into it, you get more than just being able to hold it down. It's not going to have the entirety of the spectrum of flavors that you remember, but you actually do get a sense of real, genuine taste. You wouldn't have gotten that from absolutely everything. There seems like there's gaps or it's selective about what it keys into, and maybe it has something to do with more of sense memory rather than actual functioning taste receptors. But because this is very close to something that you knew of, grew up with, maybe a family member would have drank, or friends, people at the mine, it is shockingly similar to that exact same kind.
Have to tell me where you get this.
He gives you this very quizzical look as you are able to hold this down and seem to not be making a face at how it tastes. Oh, you may not want to do that around too many of us.
Hmm?
Being able to taste things so readily might prompt a bit of bloodthirsty envy.
Why do you have it if you can't taste it?
Smell.
I'll keep that in mind. Hands it back.
He puts it down to where it was, closes his book, puts it face down so you can't see what the title is. Shall we?
Let's do it.
He's going to take off his glasses and fold them, hang the stem on the outer breast pocket of the suit jacket he is now wearing. You start to go on a tour of the exterior of the house. You can see the peeling paint, the chipped wood, and some of the broken boards, cracked windows. It's not as if everything is ruined, it's more just bits and pieces, but those bits and pieces add up. There doesn't seem to be major structural damage, at least nothing that would be deeply worrying. If he's worried about the foundation, he's not saying it.
Artem would know to ask.
Yeah. He would walk you around and he's like, I haven't seen anything, but if this is your skill set, happy to be proven wrong.
Uh, Cracks around the doors. Maybe doors just not closing like they should. Nothing like that.
Not on the ground floor.
Hmm.
Some warpage upstairs, though. That's common in a house this old.
I would think so, yeah.
He's going to actually lead you into the house. There is furniture, and it's clean, but it's older. Not exactly the kind where grandma puts plastic on the furniture, but it's the same kind of furniture, maybe, but much, much older. Some of the wallpaper is peeling in places. Some is just ripped down.
Bet I know who did this.
It was actually both of us.
Hmm.
Got a little tired of looking at it. At least on that front, she takes after me. You would see some of the half wood panel walls. Most of them are in very good condition, but could maybe use maybe a tiny bit of cleaning or revarnishing something. The house itself is, um, it just needs fixing up. It doesn't need to be demolished. It just needs time and effort.
Was expecting this to be a lot worse. It's a lot, but it's not like unsalvageable.
Mm. You see a hand trace along uh, a beam that separates two rooms, and there's a little bit more of that wistful look. It's been here over 200 years. I'd like to see it last another 200. Think you can help with that?
I think so.
Well, this is the main job, but you're also gonna have to clear some trees, hack down some brush. I can get you the tools you need, but you're gonna have to tell me what they are. And you hear Chris from the open below, uh, at the top of the stairs. Tell him about the riding mower.
I'm told you already have a riding mower.
For lazy Sunday nights.
You really are a dad.
And that's when he leans in. He goes, you know, the old stereotype of the dad who says they're not afraid to go back to prison.
Which prison did you go to?
No prison can hold me.
Hmm.
Especially when I'm the one creating the bodies in them. And he just taps you on the chest with the book and walks by. And there's a bit
Can
of a
I
growl to his laugh.
can I see if I can catch the title as he does that?
He's hitting you with the rear cover. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. A lot of the outside stuff, honestly, he sort of makes this, I can handle. For in here, I'll get you a list.
Well, he does blossom his hand into full claw. Keep in mind, this costs you something every time you do it.
Of course.
He looks you over the dirt. Clearly, you're comfortable with it. He goes, axes work just the same. Chainsaws work just the same. Keep this when you have to deal with a real problem. I get the impression you didn't run into too many of those back home. And he very easily retracts them into just, well, as normal as his hand gets.
Good to be surprised, but I'll keep that in mind. I'll add an X.
Oh, there's at least a few of those lying around here somewhere. I need to sharpen it. It gets a lot of use. He's going to take you back outside, and he's going to walk you through the rest of the property. He's going to be pointing out little things, how he wants one part or another cleaned up, how he'd like some things kept as they are, or at least just tidied. Things to scale back, some to embellish, some to bloom. But you, despite the downcast nature of the property, he seems to be taking pride in it. And it's a hit to his pride that it's in this state right now. He never says it, but you get that impression. That he takes his job and role, title, his public face and persona very, very seriously. That it is more important than the state of his house. You also get the impression that a good portion of it is his time spent on Chris. At least trying something there. We're going to fade out on him walking you through the property. But before we do, what are your thoughts on all that's being shared with you, all that's being shown?
Artem is thinking that it's going to be a lot of work, but he thinks it's very easily within his wheelhouse. So he's not concerned. He's maybe starting to think that this wasn't such a bad deal.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, we'll see. There are always surprises. And he also has his own affairs to get into order.
I'd say as he's going through these thoughts, he would get a text. It's Misha. We should meet up soon.
Text back. When and where?
We'll leave it at that. Anything else you want to share?
Ready to get to work.
Kate. How's it going for her right now? What's she thinking?
She's still feeling a little aimless. It's a lot of things have been named, and it's how to get in and figure out if that's the right spot. Because there's been lots of, yeah, we'll chats, but nothing has been like set. And it's that tension of it's only the beginning of night 3, but at the same time, there feels like there's this immense pressure to figure it out now.
Welcome to Clan Venture. How does she feel about the 2 meetings she just had?
In Ventru, especially with whose child she was in DC, it was hard to ever feel like there was a person you could be the least bit vulnerable with. Everything felt like a test or a testament to who her sire was. She was always being watched for who she was in relation to him. And not that I don't think she'll ever let go of that like suspicion, but in both Edward and Belle felt like maybe like she was able to drop just a little bit of that pristine veneer.
Yeah, we'll see how that translates. Tabby. How's it going?
It's going great.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
What's going through Tabby's mind?
Tabby, certainly after talking with Cora and Poppy the next morning, the next evening, kind of reaffirms that even public catastrophic failure can be just not really as big a deal, depending. And while it will stick with her and certainly will affect a lot of stuff in her near future and potentially down the line, it was good to literally just socialize for a few minutes that evening and also to reaffirm her own goals. And she is nervous about failure and nervous about the threats that still are all around her, but she is excited to continue working on her prospects and start taking control over what she does with her new city.
Gonna be an uphill climb, but I have some amount of faith. Poppy.
Poppy was feeling really settled and good for like 30 minutes post evening at the racetrack, and immediately felt like she had let someone down in Tabby and in letting Tabby get a gun pointed at her head, which is very terrifying. And the next morning was further shaken by a text from Nico, which she thinks she played off very cool like. but she immediately not at all. Yeah, Poppy's real cool. But I think she immediately was going through every scenario of, okay, what is this person going to want from me? He knows a lot more than others here know about me. And what kind of power dynamic is she getting herself into? So she's both anxious, full of dread, and also only a little bit hopeful. Yeah, the hope is a smaller part of the pie right now.
She hopes to have hope, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, maybe it'll be great, or maybe he's gonna ruin my life. Yeah, so I think she's going through that anxious spiral at
Hmm.
present.
Better to leave her dangle like the sparkling diamond she is.
Mm.
Cora.
Cora is not one to base her perception of how things are going on one night, but if she could, things are going pretty well. Um, Having a chance to express this facet of herself that is so integral to who she became in life, uh, and but she still derives a lot of satisfaction from now, was fantastic. And the fact that it led to more connection was even better, through driving with the crew in the Land Rover, to the race at the end. Um, that was all very positive, though there is a bit of simmering tension. The notion of the tightrope that Poppy mentioned, uh, unknowingly foreshadowing the difficulty we would have at the gate, and the reminder that we are in a dangerous world. Uh, she wants now to try to grow those connections, these little threads that she's pulling on, because, well, those of us here who've just found our places are still struggling to find them. Uh, we probably have a better shot at things together than alone. I mean, Frankfurt certainly taught her a little bit of that. So she is going to go ahead and send a quick message right as the night is ending. And it will be to Kate. And it'll be a quick, sorry you had to move out so quick. Didn't really get a chance to chat. Stop by the cottage sometime. BYOB. Wink. Um, and that's her summary.
Okay. Small victories, spectacles of defeat, hopefully some lessons learned, and a reminder of you are not the apex predator. And on that note, we'll end for tonight. See everyone next week.